top of the mountain. But here we go, folks. Put your hands together and let's welcome your two teams to the stage. Here's Sentinels and PRX.
Hey guys, nice interview, bro. Halfway through the interview, they started doing I don't know what's called. It's like I could hear myself back really loudly on a slight delay, and so I couldn't speak through the last half of the interview. It was so annoying. Like I was like stopping and then having to speak again once I stopped hearing myself. And you could hear Golden Boy wanted to jump in because he's like, is he done speaking or not? Like, it was so annoying. Again, yeah, it was really bad this time though, because it was like in my ear, you know.
Now then returning to another international event after a long slump to try and show that they can make another upper final, that they can go the distance yet again, Bea.
Yeah, and as we take a look at the Omen map select, Split is going to be the first one. Sunset, yeah, literally, we just saw this in the first match. And actually, deja vu, because PRX has also picked this map already. Same goes for Sentinels. They go for the comfort that they've already found in the tournament. And we're speaking about a Sentinels that is still undefeated, that is looking flawless so far.
Sunset will be an interesting one. Sentinels thus far, they have played all three Chinese teams. They have beaten all three of them. And in that last match against X,
did I watch Wolves win? I watched some of it.
Performance running over with the neon on Sunset. But PRX is a team that they are hard to match bar for bar with that.
Are you planning to come to a future LAN event? What do you mean? Did I write notes for PRX as much? So like I was trying to explain that like I
being from America, I'm not used to that.
Yeah, it is close. It is close for sure. For SEN, you know they're gonna want to try and get in PRX's head.
I don't write notes for this game. I write notes about the last game for what they can improve going forward. Like Alex will ask me stuff.
They would have denied them being here.
I would love to see the same performance that we saw the other day coming in from Zekken. He was having a blast with the neon, just running left, right, and center. Okay. Of course, this time around he's going to find maybe more opposition, or things are not going to be as easy.
It's going to be a challenge without a doubt, no matter how you shake it. But you can see these players, they know the moment that they're in right now and how intense this game is going to be once we're all in the server. Of course, we'll get a look and see what this agent select is going to be looking like in a moment. But Mimi, there is so many questions, right? You know, how disciplined are PRX going to play? And also on this other side, how disciplined are Sentinels going to play? Because they have looked, to your point, incredibly flawless throughout Toronto.
They have indeed. This series is so interesting to me, mainly because of the crossover in these teams' map pool. Both of them, I would put Sunset and Split at the very top of what they are wanting to play. That's where we start in this series. And that's why I think this game is going to be so hard to predict, so hard to figure out what team is really favored in those first two.
We can look back to what just happened on the first one, right? When we think about Split, we saw that crazy comeback. It was all about the defense, all about those anchors. And Sentinels has decided to be started on that defensive side. So I think we can, you know, think about the composition. Then running that double initiator, double controller.
What name do I have on VLR? Mini.
All right, here's your agent select coming up in a moment. And here we go. Let's see what we get locked in here.
Oh, we did get Split. I'm surprised they didn't ban it, to be honest.
Looking forward to seeing what he can do as he zips around the map there. We did see some Sky from John Cutie before on this split, which we haven't seen Sky in a hot minute, so that was actually quite refreshing.
Yeah, I think that between him and narrate control is going to be very important. Again, as the hard anchor, Celsius and Bang, they have to put up that performance. And when we look at the head-to-head between the Euros, Zekken versus Something, we know that Something finds the same effect that Texture does with the operator in this map.
PRX's double dive comp is so tough to play into. These guys are very fast on their executes on the attack side. They have a lot of power behind that. And in the post flanks, that is where G2 fell apart. PRX was constantly flying up, punishing them, getting ahead of that retake. But then
Victoria Sleep. I can ask Victoria.
play on these two maps, but it's always the case. You can think you're ready for PRX, but you don't really know till you're in the server against these guys.
Yep, ain't that the truth? G2 learned that lesson the hard way.
Yep.
And we're still waiting for this lock-in here. It seems like they're hovering over the sky as well, and Omen, I think, is going to be a given here, but I would like to see them continue to use this because I like what I saw from them previously. And there you go.
The one time that they played at this tournament was against Wolves. We've already seen today what Wolves is capable of. And they actually, even though they started on the defense, they had a very rough half, only getting 4 rounds there.
Sorry,
Losing the bonus.
I'm not very well prepared for stream right now.
But for today,
What was the actual
that has
veto?
been a learning experience. It's been a while.
Indeed it has. Indeed it has. But here we go, folks. Fans around the world have been waiting for this one to start, so I'm not going to waste any time buttering up Bren and Side.
She has a comfort pick if a player doesn't feel like Fade. Would that work on Lotus too? Yeah, I think the same applies for Lotus, where you could play Sky, but Fade is better. It's more obvious that Fade is better on Lotus though, because people like the C's to take rebel control on their defense.
Not just that, it's a question of momentum. Can anything stop this freight train that is PRX when they've been absolutely tearing through
I think we made the Sky Breach comp to beat Double Die, but we had a Cypher, which changes things quite a lot. And I don't think that comp really counters Double Dive the same way as it used to. I think teams have got very good at playing around Cypher. One sec, let me get a drink, guys. I'm not prepared at all. And I'll message Victoria and see if she wants to join.
Super baby excited potentially to see Zelsis on the other side, but I think this game's incredibly tough to call. Both teams playing really well, but I think a lot of
Breach stun also did kill his value, yeah. The Breach stun nerf did change things. One sec, guys.
Now I think that's wrong. I think that people aren't putting enough credit on Sentinels and what they've been able to do because they're underrating the Chinese team still. But when you look at what Wolves have been up to in our upper bracket, in the Swiss stage, it's tough not to look back at Sentinels beating them 2-0 and think, hold on a second.
Hey,
that's a real match. That is seriously impressive from SEN. And it was here on Split where they were able to come out with the victory. That's the time that we've seen Sentinels with this new composition that they're running here. And I think there's a lot of history even between these two teams on this map. If you think back to all of the maps where we've seen SEN,
okay, right.
This is one of them that expresses their style the best. Playing for those retakes, super coordinated with it, stopping every idea that somebody has in the post plan. And I think you couldn't get a more perfect way to begin, because PRX
That's some snacks. Where's my snacks?
Explosive site execs and then scrapping in the post plan. They are always going to be doing something active, and it's Sentinel's job to stop them.
There's a slight delay as well. We've got one of the players just waiting to get back in. But you're exactly right, Josh. This PRX team, I think, have inserted quite a bit of genuinely.
Is that creatine? The creatine hitting.
The evolution of PRX, no longer just the completely run it down, run it gun together pack mentality. They've been corralled, they've been tempered a little bit by Pacman. He's been holding back the leash, yanking them back when necessary.
I think Victoria's... I don't know where Victoria is. She might be hibernating through this one. Am I drinking water? And I'm drinking orange squash, which is like a dilute. It's pretty much water. It's water with a tiny bit of sugar.
And they found the right balance with that.
Sorry.
Running away with it here.
Can we say that Mind Freak has done more than you because Alex said he had a game plan for Icebox? Absolutely. Mind Freak is probably more valuable to this team than me. Like, well, is more valuable to this team than me. Like, I'm not pissing around. Like, I think that because I'm an outsider from the PRX system, I'm able to give them insights that maybe they don't have within the team, so that's beneficial. But my input's been very minimal. But I do have regular conversations with Alex about stuff, and I do give them some notes. It's always a little bit of a surprise to see what they're like using and not using from my notes, or what like I might notice a problem and suggest a solution, and they like do a solution, and I'm like always interested to see how they solve the thing that I'm like suggesting. If that makes sense. Hello, Enric. Thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. I mean, it vanishes already. BXX.
But also, Making sure that
It's down to
Sentinels
bang.
don't
I
do
feel
a replay
bang is
of
very
it.
good in these spots.
No breach util, no sky util, and now the pressure's on Bang.
Walking up and exploding out onto the site. Bang is
That
under
breach
tremendous
stun's
pressure, but
beautiful
util out
from
on either side as well. A bit of a handshake of it and supplementing, assisting
that breach stun
Sentinels
was
trying to come to the
beautiful
side here. Sentinels attempt
from
to
the
work
right
their
there.
way back in.
I saw him just coming over just in time there.
John without any flashes to work with.
Skydog CT.
Clearing. Sentinels very aware of the fact that PRX is going to try to get aggressive into areas like that.
That's good from Josh. Josh is now like Mimi made it as a big point in the desk about like PRX's aggressive post plants, and now like Josh is tying onto it. I feel like a little bit of nice continuity there.
Is everything. It's how you set the pace. Something barely gets it under control. The damage done to John Q team, and he's managed it still
Nice,
to
Wiz.
survive.
Nice.
Saves the day.
And already getting a glimpse of how PRX want to play these moments. Choosing to try to take that timing with the Viper.
Draco subbed yesterday and you didn't thank him?
Everything went wrong at the very start.
Oh really?
Like Sentinels had got that. Big
Oh
flash
shit.
from the players, extremely
That's kind of funny. Oh god.
Yet they win a crucial clutch scenario. John scrabbling for a gun on the floor and Forsaken out of his seat already.
Turn up the volume a little bit. Okay, I will. But the problem is that when I turn up the volume, like it's really loud for me. So like,
in a way that I'm not sure you could have quite said he was a couple of years ago.
I don't know.
Has matured into something that PRX desperately needed.
I had a chat with him today. With
In
Dracos.
this round, obviously, no weaponry to work with.
He's asking me some questions about Valorant.
Bit of a gamble stack from them over towards A.
I was asking him some questions about not being shit at broadcast.
Glimpses of it. But slow and steady,
Split
they wanna
Sunset Pearl. Yeah, I don't mind this.
go. Hoping to sniff out
It's a very
signs of life.
comfortable veto for both teams, but
Just leading
that
with something.
usually means it's good for
Looking
PRX
the
because I feel like their map
contacts,
pool,
usually,
like
if there is going to be a defensive stack,
it's like
there's gonna
a
be
bit more
crossfire
top heavy
set up
maybe.
or somebody looking to take contact.
There's all the way through main. Still, that fault line's going to be a big connection. Oh, we're getting hot and heavy. Okay, up close and personal. Forsaken.
Oh my god, I probably should have said in the interview about anti-ecos. Like, the first thing I did with PRX was like, my proposal was that like, some of these win condition rounds needed to be fixed, like the ults, anti-ecos and stuff. And the irony is I don't know how to, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Doesn't choose to take the fight early. Waits for reinforcements.
Just trying to take that peek as well when he hears that time.
Why do anti-ecos feel so, yeah.
Could still be a problem with his pistols in hand. Pesky, unable to really root them out, but control of the site and the plant down for PRX is a good spot to be in.
Pretty fast flank here going on as well through B main.
Yeah, the
John
fast
took
flank
deep
team.
timing down mid.
Fault line, good connection. Satchel backwards, Jing trying to play
that's
to a bit of safety here.
nice.
John has been spotted. Found out initially here.
Not nice.
Over towards Torp, but in the end,
If that's any other team in the world, I'm saying that was terrible, but it's PRX, so we'll take it. We will
A
take it.
decent amount of damage done as well. They've got a
We'll
rifle
take
and a
it.
bulldog that they're saving into the next round here, PRX, and they'll still have some other weaponry to be able to supplement this. You know, something only going for a Marshall in that round, so he's still going to have some. But overall, this is where things really start to heat up. Sentinels are going to have a good game plan to stop.
If you use OBS, you can lower yourself a little bit. What the fuck is going on, man? It's usually not this bad, is it? Like, usually I don't have the volume up more than this.
finally getting into the gun round here. Weapons online here for Sentinels, and fast as they goes this time. Yeah, that judge is not going to be getting the value. We've seen Jing just wrecking havoc. That's on prior opponents.
Really smart from Zekken though as well. He gets himself deep inside there and just starts spamming because he knows what's coming towards him.
On OBS, I can lower myself down a little bit, then raise everything. Like, I've forgotten.
Okay. Quick little lurk up there. Quickly put down.
Like, you turn it up, everything's on max. Bro.
Insight there from the rate.
I think that favors the defenders actually because
The
you've
audio's
taken down
fine,
that
okay.
A ramp lurk player.
Yeah, and Sen are out in the open right now.
I'll put my microphone closer to me. Does that matter?
Indeed, that is a bit of a punish.
Wait, it's not the mic. It's my microphone, is it? You're being one guide. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Wrangle the rifle in time, snaps it straight to Zekken's head.
Sure.
This is a
When I first started streaming, it felt like it took me like a 30-minute tech check to figure out where my audio was at. So I get one guide on both extremes. Patman? Elbow player? No. Oh my god, he's actually going to play here? It's mad.
How does it get clear?
It's so stupid by Sun.
Traded into the 1v1. Bang versus Forsaken. Time is ticking on the spike. Making footsteps, making noise. Util as well. Expending that is a bit of a catch. Smoke in the back pocket. Going to be covering, obfuscating, forces the issue from Forsaken, but he's biding his time.
No.
Steps
Oh,
forward for the challenge.
Why is he checking the spike, man? He could have full defused already. You don't check it there. What the fuck?
He thought with Forsaken not really taking any level of challenge on him as he went through into sight, that probably Forsaken was going for a wrap around the pillar.
The only thing I could think there is that Jason wanted to peek him as he tapped spike, rather than like let him tap and immediately hold for him.
Both
I
excellent
think
players,
that was
but
weirdly
it's
played by
Forsaken who
Jason.
locked up on top. And that's PRX winning the bonus as well. SEN are going to pull out stingers here to try to get a little bit of equalizing factor. Can they swarm? Can they find the reads early? Well, Zekken instantly detected. Yeah. He's always got a gate crash to try to bail out of there. But the game plan for SEN this round is going to be to try to gamble, to try to find...
And a lot of half armor for something to just pluck them out of the picture.
Yeah, that's tough.
Flash forwards, it's going to be that refight attempted with the stingers still. Just a 1-for-1. John backs himself away.
Not giving away his position. But also nobody from PRX looking to explore that either. They're going towards bang and just missed the timing.
Unfortunate. Instant reposition. He's okay, just going to be running around here. And Divide just making sure to get...
You paid 100k for a flame you never got? Wait. I'm sorry, Alex. Wait, do it now. What was the flame? It was Fnatic, right? What did I have to say about Fnatic?
I think in previous
I just had to flame Fnatic. It's a bit too broad. Can you remind me in the break, Alex? They're Sunset and Haven, okay? During the break, it gives me something to do. Sunset and Haven, okay.
Flawless, essentially. Yeah, only one player going down here for PRX, but all that momentum behind them now.
And this is the kind of start that they would desperately be looking for. Something's going to drop the Outlaw in this round. They've got an opportunity to combo some nasty ultimates together. This is the round to invest in too, because if SEN lose this, they're going to get knocked down onto an eco. And in fact, Kaplan's already called a timeout. We're going into attacking pause here. And I think this is a really tough one to call, because Kaplan can't particularly give them advice beyond the next round. The horizon is round 5 that you're about to step into, because listen, you could be going into Dimensional Drift where something gets information and sets up a Fade ultimate. Maybe Jing's going to do something.
Oh, I see what Kaplan means. Okay. Kaplan fucking Josh. This kind of timeout when it's like an awkward, like they've got ults and the economy's weird, it's a lot about just momentum stopping. It's just about mental game a lot of the time. You could talk about the next round and then like talk about some stuff about ults, but if you're in a position where you can't, it's like too early, there's not been many rounds, like a 4-0, like you're just mental reset a lot of the time.
On the other side of this timeout, because it has been slow going for PRX so far, but listen, in this timeout,
I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian.
With the dimensional drift, they've got the ults to do it.
Do me and Sticky have beef? Why would me and Sticky have beef?
I do like this level of
I mean, actually, we do, but
Sentinels are looking to stack 3 players over towards the B side.
We do, but it's just fake beef.
Essentially for full retake with that breach ultimate.
Hello, Juggernaut. Jaegernaut.
Well, it works out okay. Plan was called for. Aggro for Zekken. He set up nice and early with the fault line.
Yeah, and look, fault line, paranoia, aftershock flashes. There's so much stuff that can support Zekken here from Bang and from Narrate.
TP to get out as well. It's not going to be shy. Breaking the util.
But that tells you that Jing is here with his showstopper just around the corner. Zekken, though, is a difficult target with that teleport.
And here it is, Dimensional Drift now. Right as the gate crash was really about to fade, so Zekken forced to try.
They got 4 people here, guys. No, we've used 3 ults.
Rocket into the back to no avail. Something though. My God, he's doing them dirty. Zekken crouched down, pounds on the.
Nice divide, nice divide.
Instant pivot again, PRX. Look at moves across the map.
Look at this gorgeous lurk from Divide. Got himself all the way into A, pulled every rotate over towards B with double.
I don't like him staying here though.
4v4 where they have the A site completely for free.
He's kind of hiding from heaven in case.
So no breach ult to be able to go for
I like this from Jing as well. Plant open, boys. Plant open.
which will allow them to scout out defensive
Pa, 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 pa,
Look how many
pa, pa.
threats are
Okay.
around the map. You've got Jing in a deep spot, Divine in a deep spot. These are all things that Sentinels need to deal with before they can even get close.
Oh my god, that's so sick as well. Bro, why are we playing with discipline? What's this discipline? I don't like it. Okay, now we what?
Sees rebounding and flash into the face of Patman, but still he wants to hold his ground in through the back of the site. Support.
No.
Reinforcements is going to be arriving.
Nice.
Finally.
My beautiful.
Patman is going to be falling in through it.
So nice, so nice. They had a smoke and a spit, and they were playing back here. I'm a bit confused, honestly. Like when we got spit, like we just play here, and then as soon as they go through, you just run away.
Themselves at this point, it's 5-0. None of the signature fast plays that we've really seen from them. It's cautious throughout, but with no mistakes being made.
Thank you. I'm a bit annoyed that like the audio kind of fucked me. I probably sounded drunk. I probably sounded a bit drunk on stream.
And then also lurking Divine into A is just
They use 3 ults though? I don't care. They're about to use 3 ults and get no value from it.
From Divine on the opposite side of the map. Guys, don't commit, don't commit. If it looks difficult, if it looks like they've got a stack, let's go back into A.
You just sounded like a phone mic.
Gorgeous play.
Really? The audio was from my webcam mic? Was it really that bad? Fuck me, man. If that's the case. I took about 20 minutes trying to get onto fucking VMix as well. So fucked. I got one guy? Okay.
And this is where we were giving credit to PRX before. They were leading with Something's Outlaw and never walking into the stack.
Oh, this is going to be explosive! Swinging. They're just trying to chop these players down to the knees.
Oh, look how close that was. Look how close that was. Half a fucking, like less than half a second.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
Everyone died,
Another
man.
moment of hesitation.
Hey, Beast.
And perhaps Sentinels would have won just
Every single player died.
Stuck inside the snake bite, ticking down, vulnerable.
And it's Divine snaps that final kill. If he got that a second later, Sentinels end up winning a round.
A little bit more touch and go, but PRX still in control. And this is another round to look to try to invest ultimates.
Weaponry in the hands of these Sentinels players, though. This time they want to try and get that hold over towards A Heaven. Heavy stack to the bodies, a lot of util. Going to be expended here by PRX. They want to make sure that they gain control of ramp. The tap, seeing if they can bait out a response.
Yeah, no, in a round where every single player on the servers dies, it's like, of course, PRX were involved, and of course, PRX win.
Exploring in through mid, just in case. Again, they weren't playing a slow spread default. They do have to re-clear these areas. A lot of unknowns. In through B main, in through mid. Jing multitasking.
SEN looking to re-clear over towards A ramp. And Forsaken's heard that. He heard the dog, realized that they've got bad information. They think that nobody from PRX is over towards A, so he's calling for the rest of the team to regroup on him. And they're leaving Something as a lurk, which was so crucial in their win over G2 on Lotus.
They've waited so much time out. I mean, the Gatecrash is going to be fading soon enough. Zekken, it's the last one available to him. He's tucked into the corner for now, though, in through hell.
The Zekas are massive.
Pointing the way. Just wrangles barely. Jing gets onto it anyway. Good trade all the way through, and now sight needs to be taken. The rate's holding it prime.
I'm so glad PRX used this comp, man.
Going to be getting ready to go as soon as they hear this one. Patman going for it as a flash into the corner. And
Satchel, Jing. Satchels.
Up into the air. PRX,
thank you.
Hold on to this one.
That's unlucky.
And taken out. Bang. He's already regained a bit of that control, and ground Patman swinging from the side, and time is running short. PRX got to get a bit of a move on here. They need to claim these kills.
Unlucky.
All Sentinels finally putting a round on the board.
Those Seekers from John QT could not have been better timed. 3 of them all flying towards the A site, giving away exactly where Forsaken had called the team to regroup. And finally we get to see Narrate's ultimate with the value. With time running short and good information about where they were going to pop, they get that Sky Flash at the same time as the Breach ult, and they're there for the fast flood before the spike can even go down.
Fade would be better here, yes. Fade is better.
It's going to be a long road back to an even half, if that's even possible for Sentinels.
Ult's going to make it a bit more easier, though.
PRX grouped up outside A, looking to try to dodge the Sky Flash. John used that first one. No information, now uses the Trailblazer. Can they dodge that? They look to just break it with a couple.
fake TP.
No, Divide.
Cascading the intent
Divide?
a little bit, and this Viper's Pit is causing problems. PRX, slow beginnings, they have often been defaulting into trying to take a bit of mid-control at the minute mark.
We're a bit too
Yeah, I think
obvious.
Sentinel's defensive setup, they'll be very happy about this one. Still full breach utility, Bang with a paranoia. They've got tools to be able to defend this.
Bang's gonna have to be that playmaker. A lot of util, Nightfall coming out, sticks himself into the back of the site. He's gonna look to try and pre-aim potentially a TP into the back. There's a Haunt to deal with, and a TP back as well alongside that flank. But the rate not anticipating it. Forsaken, he just scattered himself into the back. It was an ult from him on top of the Nightfall, cuts away the sound cues. They were not expecting him to stab them in that direction. Now again, PRX asserting themselves fully locked down and rooted in spot onto this site. It's going to be a very difficult task for Sentinels to try and retake.
They need to clear hell first.
All the way
No.
here. The clone is going to be
Nice.
What is that? I didn't even see them. I don't know how Jing did.
Snaps 180 and 2 players deleted.
That's an immaculate round again from PRX. I said that Sentinels had the right players in the right position to stop that. But Jing flies to new box, something flies into the back of the site, and Forsaken ults deep into spawn, making use of the fact that they had that Fade ultimate that takes away all of the sound cues. How has he got the read whilst flashed up that there's 2 players
There's
right
no
behind
way.
him? Crazy round from Jing. Just beautifully executed. Players flying into all different areas. Jing, something, Forsaken, they all take a Bermuda Triangle and surround the defenders on the B side. I want to take us back, though, to what we were talking about historically. These teams have only played each other once in VCT. We talked about it, the Des talked about it, it was the lower bracket final.
Do I think Sky needs a buff?
And there they played on split.
No. I feel like
amazing
just
map
gut
for
Sky and
Sentinels.
have her
Always
gutted for a
has
bit
been.
and have like a meta where that's Sky.
It's also an incredible map for PRX. When they played, it was the only map that
If you
PRX
make Sky
won,
just a little
and
bit
they won
better, every single
13-5.
American team will play her.
They destroyed Sentinels on split, when arguably Sentinels were the best team in the tournament at that time in Madrid on split. So, you know, PRX have just got a style that works phenomenally well, and it's really difficult to deal with right here, and especially on the attack side. So this is tough. This is going to require something ridiculous to try to come back from. But this is a great start for PRX on their map pick and exactly how they would have visualized it going.
Looking to rewrite the history books as well from that last fated matchup. This time around, it's PRX who want to be gone even deeper into the tournament here. Deep Flash connects to almost absolutely everyone here, just trying to step up towards it. But again, Sentinels don't really have the weapons to be fighting too hard. It's been slow going from PRX. They've never been overcommitting so far. It's always just been dipping your feet in the pool, almost just seeing what the temperature's like every single time. Slow walking up. Not using too much util now, all grouped up, really testing their own fundamentals and trusting in them that that's going to carry them through. Raw aim. There for Jing, maybe if a better weapon was in the hands of the Ray, he could have handled it still. Zekin's there, there's walls on walls, obfuscating a lot of the fight. It's yet to be taking place, but now, moving around, wrapping around, you can see that dimensional drift. It's ripped off. Something was to clear most of the site out. Bit of peace of mind here.
Jersey looks clean. Yeah, I like this jersey a lot, man.
I think it's really important that PRX don't put their players in one-and-done positions now. They need to be
I like
playing
this
off
jersey.
each other.
Zekin's so eager to take that fight.
Yeah, this is maybe a bit over-eager, but he's
Everything, all the design is
He's
nice.
played it perfectly.
It's impeccable. There was no cue for John to play off. He had no idea that it was going to be that deep onto the line.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention at all. I was reading something, sorry. I'm a bit distracted. I had a few things
Bang
today
around here, bang.
before this stream,
The
so I was a
long
bit distracted.
pilgrimage through mid, through sewer, and he's rewarded with a gun.
Needs a few more. Hold on. Something's going to be dropped. There's another one on the table. Maybe there's a chance. Second.
One enemy
Tippy tappy,
remaining.
happy feet. Leaves it just down to Divide. At the blink of an eye. Bang!
That's going to get a huge reaction from Alex. You can't be losing a round like that.
What happened there? What?
MasterCard drifty from Sentinels, but one that they were pretty much...
I don't think Sen
gifted with
even
that.
realized they were
Looked like
supposed to win this
scramble from
round.
PRX. I think they thought they'd already won the round. You know, once Forsaken is in heaven and he's taken down 2, it's a 4v2. Where PRX have
How do we
guns
lose
and
this?
Sentinels have nothing. Fair enough.
Fair.
This flank from Bang
Yeah.
unexpected, but the challenge from something and then Pac-Man out in the open. What are you doing? Exactly what Sentinels needed to try to get this half
fuck.
to somewhat even.
There it is. Looking so put together for a moment.
It's a bad round, man.
In the end. PRX looking to put it back together once more. Players gotta be
Nice. Zekken hasn't really been able to do much.
dealt with.
Not gonna lie.
Cheeky.
Every round, it feels like.
Oh, nice. Just ult through heaven. Just ult through heaven. Jane, come on.
So SEN, they know that they
Bro,
can
just-
take space on the opposite side.
I love this kid, man. I love this kid.
To the side, catches John in time. Satchel forwards, regaining site control for them. It's not going to be a heaven plant. They've lost control of that entirely. It's Sentinels that are in a decent spot to try and play this retake, despite the player disadvantage.
The post plant's rough though. It comes down to this one-on-one.
Challenge elbow early.
Rock into the corner. It's all on this kill.
Oh, it's so lucky. No, bro. No.
Swinging around to the side there. Hands himself to the raids. Leaves it into this spot. Good flash round towards
Fuck me, guys. Fuck me.
So, PRX continue to accrue and add rounds to the tally.
8-2. Extremely powerful half. And I think a lot of these early rounds, it feels like Sentinels are expecting PRX to be starting in a bit more of a defaulty spot, but they're always running into 3 or 4 players if they try to early fight. You know, when Zekken takes a challenge there, maybe you could get out if there was only 1 or 2 PRX players starting towards A, but look at it again, 5 of them.
I actually am not that stressed at all. Like, when I sound stressed when I'm watching them, it's like sometimes my heart and my stomach is there stressed, but sometimes my it's not. It's just I'm like I'm just like saying stuff out loud, you know. Like if this was Fnatic right now, I'd probably be crying.
PRX make the call to try to go up through B heaven here. They're going to be running into a Bucky.
Like if this was Fnatic, the Fnatic I was coaching, you know what I mean? If I was coaching Fnatic.
Actually, still 2K has opted into the Bucky this round.
Money's a bit skew with all over the place here for Sentinels, but it might be.
Like I feel more like a fan when I watch PRX, you know what I mean?
And he just bides his time, holds it down, second shot, pellets into the wall, saves the life of Jing.
Like I'm really happy to be involved, but like I'm not involved enough to like fully stress.
To try and get some bodies into the mix. Can they try and help them out? Bang, he's just drifting in and out.
Oh, this position, man. He's not going to get cleared. Oh, nice trade.
Just drops them all.
A 2v2 though, and Guardian retrieved for Narrate.
I want to replace Alex. Nope.
Especially with Zekken's information, but Narate's got to make sure he doesn't take a 1v2.
Here it is. Dimensional Drift spots them out. It's 2 players alerted to the presence, and it's not planted for them. PRX know that they have to refight for this space all the way forwards again, out wide. Narate was high up onto the perch. Defensive angle and a swing through.
He doesn't lose, man. He just doesn't fucking lose, ever.
The difference maker.
It's crazy.
It's a monster in the clutch, isn't he?
It's so dumb.
Against G2 was part of the biggest reasons that PRX are where they are right now. And here, a 1v2 against G2's America's rivals deletes Narate and Zekken. Mini said it. He's got the talent. He just needs the belief. And the more clutches he gets, the more belief he's going to have.
Yeah, Alex just can't quite believe that this is his life, but here it is, the final round of this first half. No switch-ups.
Hey, that's me. That's me, guys. That's me.
I try to fix it.
That's good casting, though. You gotta give it to Josh. That's good casting.
Bang. Has the exit, at least with the TP. Horn's going to be spawning them double TP. They're hot on his heels. Satchel to just try and catch him round to the side. Now this is SEN getting into these anchor positions. Heal online. Nightfall's going to be connecting though, and that's going to be cutting away the sound cues. This is fast, hot, and heavy. It's what we're used to here with PRX, but they insert a bit of a pause. Looking for the response, and now they're going to see it. Signs of life out, and it's whiffy from Bang. The dog is missing, and right from behind.
My God.
It's Orching. Lighten up the feed.
Look how crisp he looks, man. Look how fucking crisp he looks. He's fucking even spin.
Spike, gonna be
Bro,
retrieved.
Jason.
He's
spin headshot in the clone, flick shotting. Jason?
The spike is kind of committed.
Forsaken committed alongside it. Matters not
Okay.
with aim like that. 10-2 for the first half of this matchup. Now I was expecting explosive. I was expecting
Just curious what you
pace,
think
but
is.
honestly, it was a slow crawl from PRX. They're playing their own game.
Someone's trying to sabotage my stream with the loudest car in the universe.
SEN looking slow to begin in a map where I think they should have been able to set up some nice retake scenarios. PRX are just too
You are
sharp.
delayed, man.
Look at Jing here.
I don't. Do I care? Does it matter? Just curious, what do you think is the 2-3 reasons SEN is failing at them? What do you mean? Thank you, Morelia? Morelia? I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name fully. Morelia? I appreciate the sub. I mean, I can speed up now, yeah. Matt Phantom player. I like Fandle more, but I'm better with the Phantom, I think. I think the Phantom is better. Thank you, Pioneer Primary. Hello, hello. If Kaplan thinks it's over, he's not watched he's not fucking watched he's not watched PRX in the last games, man.
Two players have been leading the scoreboard.
The advices are working. I mean, it might not be my advices. It probably isn't my advices.
That, you know, the desk has been highlighting it, we've been highlighting it. He's added this extra element that's been sorely needed for PRX for the longest of times.
I'm very glad they kept this comp though.
Yeah, you see it reflected here in the Coinbase Econ report, but I think Jing on their attack side, especially in this tournament,
because they were like toying. I think they were toying with other comps in officials.
Looking towards their defense side, getting a bit more value from their big players. Jing, something on that half, but when it comes to attack, the pathing, the feel of the timings and entering, it's all been wonderful.
Yeah, they played RRQ with the jet comp, and then they switched back.
You shouldn't have too many
I'm
doubts
glad they did.
Now, okay, it's PRX.
Glad they did.
We've seen the game against Liquid. We all know what happened there, and what nearly.
Thank you so much for your effort on PRX.
I mean, they were.
I appreciate. I genuinely, this is it's been very nice to, like,
Should be absolute dominance.
I really can't take much credit at all, but the fans have been very nice.
Heads, I think, thinking about
So I appreciate you guys.
so they don't lose grip of opportunities.
The PRX
They put themselves in
supporters.
spots like this, but Sentinels
Oh, retake A again. Haven't we been retake A every single
surround
pistol?
win. Easy access to the A site. There's no resistance. Full retake. Gonna be played
Full
here by
retake. We don't even have
They've
Heaven
given up the
control.
Heaven. Screens control, a lot of
We
it is
smoked off
outside
Heaven
the
despite having
perimeter.
Viper?
See moves being made. Second holding the flash. A refight is going
What?
to be called for, and there it is. Paranoia forwards. Did not
Oh, he's
count
whiffing.
though. He was the only player that could stand
kid's
up to
whiffing.
that. And indeed he does. Wins it out. Celsius just trying to buy his time as well. Wrapping for he's that backup.
That's so sick. That's so sick.
They're not gonna give you a moment
Did you
to
see what he
breathe.
did? He just jumped into vents and just immediately TP'd backside. Fucking Giga Chad.
Remaining players, bodyguards.
Oh, you won't find a better round than that from something. That is sick. He's playing anti-flash in Heaven, completely shuts down Sentinel's refight, and then he rips a teleport, a gate crash into backside to follow up on the Paranoia. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
That is gorgeous. Team play, coordination, and all set up so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a masterclass. That is brilliant. And SEN are going to pull out those America's Stingers to see if they can turn this around, but my God, the damage has been
No.
done already, surely.
Has the last resort at this point. Easily dealing with Zekken. Chopping him down on the knees with a Guardian in hand. Full group up from Sentinels. They're looking to really just try and take.
I didn't realize I had to tell the whole team about this, man.
But again, something is holding it
Jason
down.
did this
Jim's by
last
his
time.
side.
I told Jason he's a noob.
Fight of their own. Flash forwards, no connection. Nobody
Oh,
blind.
1 by 1?
Okay,
1 by 1,
Divine.
really, boys?
Turn him into mincemeat with that judge in hand. There's a 2v3.
They get guns
Can't
now?
get too ahead of themselves.
I don't know what guns they get though. Judge?
So much damage done. Won't take much to bring down Zelsis in the rate.
An incredible confidence from something. Throws down the teleport into Mail, and then he's getting.
Yeah, I was talking about the veto with Alex. Yes, like I literally was about to go to bed, and he messaged me about the veto.
Line's gonna be slowing down.
And like he was planning a world for like obviously planning for a world where like they could ban Split. And I was like asking, well, what if they don't ban Split? Like implying that I think we should pick Split, bro.
The Stingers may well be the last hurrah for Sentinels here on Split. Last time they played against each other, 13-5 was the scoreline for PRX on Split. I think this looks even more dominant today. Now, having said that, Sentinels did end up winning that match 3-1. In fact, final match was Sunset, which is where we're going next, but it's going to have to be a huge turnaround for this series not to just look massively one-sided. Stingers again.
Has to be. PRX up to 12 now. A lot of damage done. Jing Decay down, going to be regenning all the way back up at least partially.
Why are SEN trying to hold weak side every time? It's a good question. I wasn't really paying attention to them, to be honest. I've just been watching PRX. Because they are noobs.
Using double initiator utility to try to get up mid, put pressure on Divide, but these players with light armor, most of them. Oh no, most full armor, but still they will go down like mulch.
It's unlucky. I'm curious as to what our answer is to this Viper Orb.
That's going to unlock the site for their taking.
I don't think they've had to play against this Viper Orb before.
To shore up the weaknesses, and PRX are going to try and play this one now. Pacman and Jing side by side in a 2v4.
And what are they going to do without? Are we going to do anything about the fact there's no Orb on air?
Yeah, first time it feels like we've had PRX in a spot where they aren't ready to go for that flood defense.
It's moments like this where I'm like, if we were like losing, I'd be like, I wish I could just phone Alex right now.
But also not really that much of an opportunity to upgrade to better weapons. There's still 3 on Sentinels that are running the Stinger and bang with a Guardian. Can they get guns on the retreat?
I think it's a decent game plan from Captain. If their game plan on attack was around this Viper Orb, I think it's a pretty good game plan.
Need the exit kills here. Look, Sen are still saving 0 proper rifles.
Yeah.
Can I sit as assistant coach?
And there's also 9 opportunities for PRX to close this out.
I mean, I could if I was there, but I genuinely think that having Mind Freak in the assistant coach chair would be more valuable.
I mean, the spirits are so high for PRX.
I felt like the vibes for the team are way more important than like me saying stuff that would be strategic, you know what I mean? And I'm not at that level, you know what I mean? I'm not at that level of like involvement.
What's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back?
Like when Anders worked with us, he was way more involved than like I am with PRX, you know?
They back themselves away.
At least,
it's a flurry of utility on both
you know,
sides
at least
main, but it's PRX who are more
for like our run at the global events, you know.
Hunting for a kill, but he's handed a freebie. Straight over here to Sentinels. Vi trying to reclear some of that space and regain that gun. Does so successfully.
This control though that Forsaken's
yeah,
got to be made is
come on.
really
Yeah, nice. Nice flash, you fucking noob. More like noob QT. That flash was fucking noob. That flash just screamed, we're not going middle. Please stack A.
Main control. They've got the read that this is going to be ending over towards A. Up through heaven, flash. No connection. Dodge for now.
Oh, he's got 2. They ain't gonna expect something. Just yeah, nice. That's enough. That's enough. Just throw a little bit of util. Don't peek at you. Nice, beautiful. Beautiful.
Pure domination for PRX.
What John did there, we used to call it a soulcast flash in Fnatic when soulcast was like a big voice on Team Liquid. It's like you take a space on the map and then watch. They took a space on the map and then for some reason they just throw a flash randomly for no reason. And then if you look where the flash was and you see nothing, you know that they're faking that presence and they're just walking away. It's a really bad habit.
Really important.
It's way better to not flash in that position. It just makes it really obvious. It's like, why would they use that flash otherwise? You know?
Tournament here. All those questions here, but they've answered many of them by just absolutely dismantling Sentinels. Quickly stepping away, of course. GB and the analyst desk going to be breaking it all down for map number 1. Do not go anywhere.
Yeah, it was a read that we had on Liquid a lot, where Soulcast would do those flashes a lot as little like pressure fakes. Even sometimes with conditioning, like start of rounds.
Scary, I almost lost that round, boys. It's okay, man. It's okay, man.
Oh, ads. Okay, ads and then PRX. Oops. Why is it not working? Why did it not work? Did I put space? 180? Yeah, of course. You guys get fucking farmed, bro. What's the normal ad time for other streamers? Like the last time I had this conversation, everyone told me that 180 was fine.
Red Bull gives you wings.
3 minutes is fine. Okay.
Let me show you how the folks does it. Oh man, I was just getting warmed up.
Spike defused.
We now have one hell of a roster here on the floor. I am joined by the Lorax. The Lorax, how's it going so far? You want enough trees? Enough trees. And I'm also joined by Brenshaw. Josh, I thought we were casting a game so far.
I need to take a break to come down here. Play a little Rochambeau.
A little bit of a Rochambeau, and we're also blessed by the Pope.
What's this guy like the little ticks? I
Sorry,
never
Your
noticed
Holiness,
that.
I need you to bless this game.
He's so locked in. He's so locked in.
So let's start with the blessing first. What words do you have to say?
Who is this man?
Bless to the winners, bless to all the people at this
Who is
wonderful
this
event,
man?
And let's go.
All right, so we're gonna do this on shooting. You ready? Your
Someone
Holiness?
asked it's a Fnatic. I need to flame Fnatic. What am I flaming them for?
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Okay, a little bit
Haven,
3, 2, 1.
Haven and Sunset?
Tied again.
It's gonna go
I
for a
mean-
while. Go ahead.
3.
This was possibly one of the worst attack sides I've
Okay,
ever
so that's
seen
one for
against a
Brenshaw.
composition with a Viper in it.
Ready for the next round?
And considering how long Boast has worked with me for, I'm disappointed and feel ashamed for him and myself. I feel ashamed of myself, honestly, that
You get to sub
I
out.
somehow wasn't able to just residually win that attack for them. From my knowledge I
All right, so
passed
let's
down to them.
do this, Your Holiness.
So that's embarrassing. I mean, to be honest, don't even get me on Sunset. Let's start here.
3, 2, 1.
What was going on against this?
3, 2, 1.
They tried to hold. They couldn't hold an exec versus this dog shit. And if we saw today, look at them playing against Wolves. They couldn't win a fucking attack side round to win their lives. Absolutely mogged here on their on their defense. Sunset, I mean, call it a day. Do I need to say anything more? Just call it a day. They win both pistols too. They won both pistols, and they lost 13-6. Like, it's literally just call it a day. There's nothing to say.
What a dominant start here for PRX.
I mean, I don't even need to. I won't even go. I won't even do it.
And clean. But you guys were actually the ones that was almost flawless. So was this your game plan all along? Have they executed your vision?
Yeah, I mean, we really didn't want to rush them because we knew that they would be like super prepared for it. So we tried to make sure that we slowed everything down for this particular game.
I like
yeah,
that was PRX
Thank you very
slowing
much,
things
Alex.
down.
Hopefully you bring this home.
Wow, what a game
That
we
was
just
PRX.
witnessed there. This is Sideshow. Well,
Sideshow.
Like him
Australian.
in the slightest.
Can you do it?
Sideshow.
No, I can't do it. I won't pretend to do it.
10 out of 10.
Sideshow.
Oh,
That was
wow.
yeah, that was an
a-
Australian accent, I
That
think.
was a quick one. How long was that? I went to the bathroom, came back, it was over. Crazy. In any case, though, kind of like a Verizon high-speed moment. This one, it's going to go.
They were
to
sitting
Jing,
on a good
because
ascent.
Jing just doing
From what
big
I've
things
heard,
again. I mean, Kukuka,
I don't know if it is a good
You heard
ascent.
Coach Alex talking about this team.
Just 'cause
playing
they run a
slower, but
cool
yet you
comp
see
doesn't
them
mean
do
it's a good
things like
ascent.
this, and you're like, slow is a different definition for you.
He shot everything. It doesn't matter if it was the clone. In this case, it even grants
Bro,
him
he
the
was
other
doing
team
that on the
players
other side of the map as well. He was like
flash
flick
right
shotting
out of that
clones
smoke.
and
The
killing everything
timing
else.
For that,
Oh,
finding
that's so-
those two. The double duelist for PRX just being as effective as always. Something in those openers, time and time again, round after round. He was finding so many of those, and on the other hand,
Nobody has a good
that
ascent,
lane
that's true.
clashing, just getting insane
But they ain't
rounds.
gonna pick
Yeah,
it,
it was
I
a
mean.
13-3. What do you expect me to say?
Yeah, that was a crazy song from PRX. It was interesting because I think they did slow things down compared to the last time that they played on Split, where they were also successful. But they weren't doing a ton of crazy defaulting. They weren't, you know, in most rounds calling some crazy
It's a
macro
different
idea.
interpretation.
Sentinel's
Yeah, there was
good.
a couple good lurks
Yes.
from Divide that netted
Yeah.
around, but for the most part, it was just kind of walking around.
PRX
finding
wins
some
this,
of
you
these
gift
first picks
100?
and then converting
I
with
gift
really
100.
strong post plans.
And if you could see in
Why
that
would I
graphic,
gift 100?
7 first kills for the side of Sentinels. They only won 3 rounds. And in fact, in
What
many
was
of the rounds, we saw Zekken trying to go on A, trying to find the first one, and actually finding it. But PRX bringing in the chaos round after round. Also, most
Yeah,
of the
I don't
rounds,
think
well,
so.
90% of the rounds that they got the spike down, which we were pretty eager to do, obviously, that's what you're doing in this game, that translated
I mean,
into a round
it
win.
is
Really
now
think about it, the two
their
rounds
map pick,
that,
so
that
I think
Sentinels
people need to
won
calm down a
from
little
their
bit.
defense
Because
was
I
that
won
one
now.
round
I know the
from
one. I know
average
it
with
was
the ultimate, very well executed,
a
but it's
pretty
not something
dominant
that you're
first
going to
map,
have
but it
all
was
the
a first
time.
map.
And Bank going completely crazy.
It does really feel like a redo of the G2 game on Split, because while that one ended up being really close, it was mostly close because of G2's attacking side. On defense, or on the attack side for PRX, they were almost perfect in that game. Same here again, and it's a similar thread, right? When they're getting into these post plans, their players are so willing to play up, to fight off each other, and they are so fast at getting these multi-kills. Look at the amount of rounds where one
Jing's
PRX
Phantom usage is
player
disgusting.
is getting 2-3 kills and nearly single-handedly closing out.
And you see Forsaken, those paranoias, the effect
Okay,
that
there
he
was at
having.
least one
I
round
am
in
not
this
going
clip,
to lie,
which I would
this
take
morning,
some minor
I
credit
woke
for.
up, I went on Twitter and I saw a tweet that he posted right after the gym, and I should have known. I should have known right in there that Forsaken was winning today.
He got those gains in the gym, now he's getting
got
those
the
gains
guns.
in the server.
And this is now a really scary position for SEN. You look back to their failure in Bangkok, going out early in that tournament, and a lot of what the team talked about after that was troubles with the mental, right? Going down in games, struggling to get back into it, players feeling a little bit tilted, a little bit off, and that
Use
is a
Phantom,
hell
that's
of a
nothing to do
game
with me.
to lose.
I would never
Event
tell a
was
player to use a gun unless
excellent
like they were like a
crushed
Cypher
in that
player or
way.
Fade player or
Yeah,
something.
and probably if we look at here,
And they kept playing like for spam kills or something.
We do not see all the time, and maybe we have.
I always
bring in
encouraged
the
Alpha to
conversation,
try
the
it on
bringing in the
defense,
Sky,
but
and how effective it must be.
I'm not
going
gonna
to
tell
them
them
in some
otherwise.
instances, you could even see him try and pop flash something that is just not going to work. And as I'm saying, with a team that wants to fight all the time, how quick everyone from PRX is going to go. They do not care. They're very quick in their reactions. You will not flash them.
Yeah, it's been really difficult for Sentinels to have to deal with that. What is Coach Kaplan thinking as he gets ready for map 2? We have Yinsu standing by.
Ahead of Sunset, I'm joined by Sentinels coach Kaplan. Now, Device Sage is such a hallmark of their identity with their Sunset comms. You've actually faced that before last year. How do you deal with his Sage?
Yeah, they only have a few losses on this map. One of them is to us when they're playing that kind of comp. I don't want to give anything away before we play, but hopefully people can stay tuned and we can teach everyone how to do it.
You heard him. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Some will save you from working overtime. I would like this to be a 2-0, so I don't have to give them as many notes. But going to 3 maps would mean that there's more notes to maybe
Sunset, the last
help
map
out
that
with.
these two played against each other before today in that lower bracket in Madrid that we were referencing earlier was
Madrid.
Sunset. And that is what Kaplan is speaking about. If they are to show the same composition, which I do not think, I think that they will stick to what they're doing right now, not going back to the Gecko and the KO. PRX could have had a different fate, but now they should be scared because the momentum is all in the side of PRX.
Squarely on their side. PRX really just taking
unusual 4-1 attack split that PRX will never do. Defo from you. What was that? I don't think so.
Yeah, we are running it back for PRX's Sage comp that they have been running.
Would you full commit to casting or streaming if success was guaranteed in either? Would I have? Why would I have to choose one or the other? I really enjoy the times I can do either.
Unbelievable in their last map of Sunset against XLG. He's the guy who can bring the momentum, bring the energy, try and get them
Thank you,
back into
Billy.
this game.
I don't know if I sounded. I think I sounded very drunk because they randomly halfway through the interview, they decided to syncopate me and play back my own answers into my ear, which made me have to speak like this. And then yes, Fade was good for them. And the aim was very nice. It got a bit weird.
They got to keep the drive alive here. This is the opportunity for them to do it. They've done it before against PRX, as we've noted multiple times now. But this feels like a different
The poor Golden Boy was trying to cut in every time he thought that I was finished.
But with an understanding of exactly what they want to execute.
Would you be down for PRX assistant? I don't want to assistant coach. No.
John QT got a trophy in his first ever
I don't want to be an assistant coach.
In his rookie year. Now, with new players on the roster, with pressure high again, a chance to try and come back to beat PRX again. They do not want to go to that lower bracket. Fnatic, G2, down there waiting. That's a terrifying
You really
phase.
change when you're on the other side of the desk. What do you mean?
Go into a third map and send it over to your casters. Here's Bren and Sideshow.
If you're a Sentinels fan, I think your spirits have to be lifted seeing Kaplan smile.
How about as the main coach, guys. When I tell you guys that I literally had very little impact on this team, and you're like saying that I should be the head coach, it makes no sense. Because whatever's working for PRX right now is because of Alex. Like it's really awkward for me to have to have you guys saying stuff like that. Like it's just really bad.
But as we come in here, you mentioned that Kaplan's still feeling fairly confident, right? That he's got a game plan. Well, they had a bit of a game plan on Split.
We know you're just humble. I am not being humble at all. I think I'm one of the greatest coaches on the planet, and I could help almost any team in the world be a very good team. I do not think that I've actually had the impact on this team that has made them do this. You know what I mean?
Present noted. Orb going to be vacuumed up there. Jing as well just sends out that boom bot. Now steadily walking their way out. Re-exploration over towards A. Nothing crazy.
I haven't watched much of Wolves. I watched one game, and I wasn't watching them. I was watching SEN because SEN beat them. So I think tomorrow's VOD review, if I think I should be able to VOD review tomorrow. If I VOD review tomorrow, I'll try and watch some Wolves tomorrow.
And they might have found
I'll watch that game from today, and I'll focus on Wolves. I do have to prepare for a GC desk though, because I got to do a GC on Thursday. No, Wednesday. So I can't VOD review too long. I'll need to figure out what's going on in GC.
Devi's got an abundance of util here.
Oh, beautiful.
Nightmare scenario to be facing. All in through the
no, all this util.
Especially against the pistols. How the hell do you break this in time?
At least they didn't
knife it. Why are you not knifing it? Oh, this is so nice.
To replace it though, gap into the wall. Now you're seeing it. Going to be used pound for pound. There's another slow orb.
That shot was so nice.
Retaking control. Zelsis might
the flank, boys.
Swing around to the side here to seize.
Don't have a.
Oh,
so stupid, man. Why didn't they just play next to the wall?
There's the game plan, working to perfection. Sentinels took a long time to set up that retake. Everything had to be perfect. Zelsis had to be ready for the backstab. They needed to break that stage wall. Everybody had to get in the right spot to maximize value from the fault line, from the paranoia, from all of the pieces of utility that were necessary.
We were gifted that, I think.
They pulled the trigger. They completely collapsed onto PRX from every angle. And that's where you might
Device should have stayed here the entire time watching because it was planted for him, and then we should have had like 2 people here, like literally just like that, I think, in that situation. Because they can't get through the wall. On like a gun range, you don't play like this because they can just shoot the wall down.
This is what it's going to be favoring, and a slight swing out to Vi. It's going to be dropped. And about as clean as you can get.
See you in a bit, Billy.
What's
what is GC? What's going on in GC?
Sure that they fully buy. You know, nobody just coming in there with a pistol looking to buy up a better gun for the bonus round. So they are going to be working with some lighter weaponry here for the bonus.
One enemy remaining.
But overall, it's a much better start here on Sunset. On Sentinel's map pick than what we were looking at on Split, where PRX just dominated right from the beginning.
Move.
Jing trying to pull a little bit of attention by the look of things towards B main.
Okay.
And then instantly going for the group up on A. Now this one way is dangerous. You've often got to burn this overdrive.
I guess I should. Maybe I can co-stream. I should co-stream tomorrow. GC.
Even then,
still going to be used.
You can
for
step in
prep,
front of this Viper
maybe.
wall. You can't perfectly rely on it.
Do I do that?
Tiptoeing up to
No, I can't do that because I don't know who plays. I don't know how to prep for a day. I don't know. I don't know the GC teams that well right now. I know Giant X. I know G2. I mean, I know these teams, to be fair. I do know these teams.
Taken out, but no control towards elbow, and Bang finally reveals his hand once more from that angle.
Need to figure out.
Moves forward, sidestepping. It's John QT, still something there to receive.
Oh, they got elbow control, guys.
Only just accounted for, and he has picked up Pac-Man, and that means main control is theirs. PRX, they commit to the plant.
It's a weird situation. The retakers are going to find it difficult to come back to
Actually,
A-Link because Devi's put his wall down there, and Devi kind of solo fighting towards spawn. PRX know they need to make a play. The weaponry's bad as well from SEN, and they are slow, aiming to be meticulous.
Trying to take the first fight. Second, oh my goodness, barely there. Stinger in hand, something. Give it a half power over the shoulder. But not anticipating Bang. Quick collection with the 2, and a quick snap to the side from
I think it's third, honestly. I think it's the third.
Injection of energy for Sentinels here.
As dominant as Split began for PRX, it feels like the same the other way around here for Sentinels. They are really in control of what's happening.
I think it's weird. It's weird to prep for GC because like I don't like my prep for VCT would be very VOD heavy. But I need to just remind myself of the basics of GC first.
And already Alex is hitting that big red button. Tactical timeout being called after only 3 rounds here. And there are so many other things that PRX could be doing. They don't have to be ending every round over towards A.
Sen too patient for us this map.
Maybe they need to get coordinated.
It's very easy to say they're too patient. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if they did that and then lost? Like,
you think about it, there's got to be
I think that we kind of didn't punish them hard enough on that pistol. On that opening gun round, I didn't see what happened at the start, but we just didn't go elbow. We went this way, and then they just got a judge on elbow and kill us.
A different direction. Or as you said, trying to find that gap in the timing where retake util is primed in the hands of the Sentinels players, and it's not the guns being played.
Like for
yeah. They love to increase the tempo.
But today it has been slower.
It has been slow, yeah.
And honestly, even that post-plant aggression has not been as explosive as we've seen from PRX in some of their other games. I think they really on Split were trying to play counter to their normal style to throw Sentinels off.
As you said, this be 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 Sentinels.
This round they're coming in with
should be 2-1 Sentinels.
Yeah. So really, this tack timeout is going to be based on the next round, for round 5.
Based on the next round.
I think he said they're patient. Who's patient? I mean, Sen were very patient. I don't know what you mean. Of course, Sen were patient. I'm just arguing whether that's the reason why they're winning rounds. Like it's an easy narrative to be like, oh, they're playing patient, therefore PRX lose.
Next time around.
But it's kind of true.
A little bit of B main and back into
But their patience has put PRX in spots that they would enjoy to play in.
Drone's there. Stun going to be used. Both stuns, in fact, overlaid. Aftershock into the corner. Everybody gets out in time. No damage onto the PRX boys. But a one-way quickly replaced. So good luck trying to get past that when you don't have a drone anymore.
Exactly. As soon as you burn the drone, that's one of the primary ways, arguably the only way that PRX can safely take a main. So even though that util battle feels like it favored PRX, in reality, I don't think
the one way is completely countered by the wall. You just walk through the wall together. They just.
Here we go. It's a one-way setup. Jing! Beautiful movement. Still going to be isolated and taken out, but a glide into the slow. Zekken not to be denied his own. Into a 2v3 here. Spikes drop down, but it is smoked off. So
Is the new Coach Potato stuff free? No.
For now, 24 seconds left. Plenty of time to get the plant down.
And look how passively Sentinels are. They're not going to cross this line until they're sure that the plant is down. They're never going to give an opportunity for Patman.
But honestly, at the price point, it is pretty much free. Let's be real. $10.
It's going to be tough for Forsaken to pick up
It's ludicrously cheap.
The TP almost unexpected. The stun's going to be clearing them out though. B-hop into safety.
Like, honestly, it makes no financial sense from what me and Sliggy do for Patreon. It is ludicrous.
Versus the world in a 1v3. You can hear it jumping around. Zekken willing to put his life on the line. Slightest a chance with the lineup, but all secured in the end here by SEN.
Really disciplined. I think that's the first word you've got to go towards when you're giving credit to Sentinels and how they're playing this. They are really far away, never taking a risk once it comes to a retake.
I live in the UK.
In the mid-round,
yeah,
Zekken's happy to challenge, happy to fight. And they're looking for those defensive reclears, but
10 euros a month.
Up,
a month.
And the Spikes committed.
10 euros a month.
It's all about playing together.
What are we selling on Coach Potatoes? They are playbooks for Premier level teams or like tier 2, tier 3 teams. They're like playbooks. Like it's there for teams.
And normally, this B main noise is a fake.
I wouldn't. If you're interested in pro play and like strats and stuff, like it's worth just checking it out. If you're looking to get better for ranked, like I wouldn't bother.
Right now, there's plenty of bodies and Sentinels reinforcing, gathering. Rocket finds its mark and more.
They got 2 here though.
Can't be stopped all the way through, and he wants a little bit more.
Yeah.
3 on the board for him. And there's 2 left alive. He's
How's Leo? Checking on him. I haven't talked to Leo in a while.
1 left to stand. The crowd wants it. You can feel it. A rumble on the stage.
I haven't talked to Leo in a while. I should probably check on him, to be honest.
4-1.
I should probably check on him.
He definitely could go for it. He should go for it to try to limit the economy of PRX.
Bang drifted in. I know where he is now, closing the door straight on him.
And Jing is gonna hunt.
Running him down. Patman to receive. It's a bit whippy. We'll call it intentional. He's just trying to give him the kill.
But I don't think Jing's got the timing.
Yeah, the time's ticking.
Banks, I think, gonna live this one. Ridiculous. He's somehow managed to escape Jing.
He's hunting. He's
Jing's
trying
going
to get it. He's trying to get it, man.
He's not got that time. I mean, he ruined the clip anyway, didn't he?
Yeah, that's not getting into 60 seconds.
He's a coward, Bang, a coward. An incredible entry. What a rocket. Perfect, precise, catches Zelsis around the corner. Immediately on top of Zekken, who was also running away in case the showstopper was going towards Market. That's the kind of entry.
What a rocket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, credit given. But they are not going to have that same tool again.
So a bit of a reset here for round 6.
Ooh.
Zekken. Ooh, jiggling out, shoulder spotted. Sees the bullets, he knows he's getting some sort and form of response.
I mean, we know B worked, but we're being so slow.
At this point, I think Sentinels have to read that this is real
Oh.
main again.
Surely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Elliot doesn't trust his ult versus Neon,
Still dark. Going into the back, Jing.
but he trusts
It's
Jing.
amazing on the entries.
He's straight in there. It's beautiful movement. TP though, reinforcements arriving. Bang is just trying to get into the action and the fray.
Oh, that lurk.
Just cut Zelsis
No,
to pieces
Pat,
still.
Mr. Pat.
Needs to play his life
Put the
along
orb down,
there.
grab
He's
middle.
chopped down, chunked down.
Okay, it's fine.
Scramble
Put the orb
for a
down.
chance to reclaim some kills. Any semblance of control over to the round, but he's given up entirely at this point.
So PRX spent those first 4 rounds with a little
You were the
bit
one
of
who
pressure
brought Leo
towards
to
teammate
light?
and then
No, I
instantly
didn't.
Regrouping A.
Bro,
In this
every
round,
single team in the world wanted
Sentinels
Leo
knew
when we
that
got
they were
him.
about to pop towards B. They'd thrown a haunt. They got bang on the deep A line.
He was probably,
Bang
in the
was
history of like a
controlling all this
player,
space right at the start.
he was probably the most
And Sentinels
contested
started
player
moving the
of all
defensive
time.
rotations over, but they still weren't ready for
Maybe
it.
when Aspas left Loud,
Zek's
like
job was to try to
Aspas might have
control
got
that
more.
push, the entry from Jing, and he just couldn't deny it.
But like I think Leo would have been top 2 for.
And again, it's Jing coming out on
Yeah,
top.
people glaze me for anything, man.
He's been
Bro, if you're gonna glaze
immaculate.
me, at least
Here, this
glaze
might be
me
a gun
properly.
going down.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Bang ended up getting that kill, so
Yeah, my God, man.
holds on to the rifle. That's going to be fairly critical, actually.
That's fine. That's fine. You didn't know Leo properly. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sorry. I'm being a dick.
I mean,
I just have this weird thing where like
Jing is still moving, and because the first bullet doesn't land, no bullet.
Celsius was close there.
He's in the kind of random.
Like I'm a pretty successful coach, right? But like, let's be real. Like,
if you miss your first shots, Jing's all over you.
I don't walk on
Give him
water.
an inch, takes a mile. He's 7-4, and his team's only got 2 rounds.
Different look for PRX.
What is this trip over towards upper mid?
PRX Leo would be ethereal. PRX Leo, that guy would get so mad. Leo would get so mad.
Both of the trips are in fact intact, but it does leave a window of opportunity for Patman. If he's slow,
I think the PRX boys would be very scared of him too. The vibes would change quickly.
Can't get out in time. He overstayed his welcome.
Oh, this trip, what the fuck is
There's
it?
a gap. Hold on, creeping straight past. All that noise, pressure being made. Rez, save for a rainy day. Jing straight up and down once more.
Can we chill?
He's hard committed into the fight. Paranoia.
Here comes Patman.
Holds into the back. Patman's right there with him.
No, Pat, now run back.
Ended up being
You can't.
cancelled, just faking him out. Trying to make Sentinels think that they're in the walls themselves. Still it's a 2v4. Kills need to be earned at this point. Speed needs to be built up.
Okay.
It's just not happening. PRX have them surrounded.
Ooh, one tap.
I'm not even down.
What? I mean, everybody decided to follow Patman into spawn there. A really bizarre round set up by that trip.
You know their
You can
comms
see
suck.
why Celsius is going for the trip. It avoids the spam that you would do usually to break that common trip that gets placed in top mid, and it also would dodge a shock dart.
To be frank, most of the people don't watch Underdog Team. You also know until they don't make it to big stage like VCT. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I agree. I'm sorry. Like my frame of reference for Valorant's very different for the like casual viewer.
Fast take now. Fight to be taken. Jing.
Like I've been around since 2020 in Valorant, and I know like all the players.
Still there. It's just a bit of spam actually meant for that. Actually, deep push in through mid and a big blind.
Yeah, that's a crazy push. Caught. Just off rip, Bang walks down tiles.
Yeah.
Catches Patman very early, and that's the main guy that's been doing the lurking for PRX. So now I think SEN are going to be feeling pretty fine about this. They've got Cam watching over towards B main, Trip towards top mid. A small gap in market, but Celsius is going to be happy to cover that, and a high, low, and lower setup.
Bro, look at it. Like
again, the discipline that I was talking about. There's a fine line between being disciplined and passive. But Sentinels are giving so much space to PRX.
A lot of respect and a lot of trust, I think, in their retakes.
Very heavy trust in the retakes. Now,
I mean, retake A, you should be trusting. They got breach ult fade up to retake A with. If anything, they should flood with it, to be honest. But
Gave Jing the plan, he would have a showstopper, but he wants to keep the gun out for now. And taking a fight towards the back.
It's unlucky.
Good stun, does connect, and even at the follow, rolling thunder through and
I don't like the rolling thunder. But we get the solo out too.
Second has access now.
I think if we were smart, we would tap spike there.
Is stuck to half.
I mean, something is just looking to save his gun at this point.
Like we took so long, we should know they're flooding. We should tap spike. Like tap the spike like over here, and just have like 3 people here already.
The game plan is crystal clear. PRX know exactly what SEN are looking for, and yet they can't do anything about it.
To be honest though, it's a 5v4 though.
Catch them as they're trying to retake. You're going into a triple stack facing you. And then if you try to play disciplined post plants, they're just running out.
Yeah, Alex is annoyed that Ilya used the ult, I think.
PRX at this point need to be saving big pieces of util. You need to be saving, if you can, Showstopper, Paranoia. You know, these things that are going to be able to counteract.
I personally think that a lot of this seems a bit more game planny than it actually is. I think it's just the fact that like it was a 5v4. You know what I mean? Because it was a 5v4, they're more likely to pay for the retake. I think it probably is part of their game plan. But it looks a lot better when you're in an advantage situation. You know what I mean?
Even the watch for life through mid, he knows that that's a possibility.
Idle making Satchel so good. Yep, all me, baby.
Anywhere, and he's been good
all
at
me.
slinking into them. Bang. It's all slow.
Sage should be ready to slow. That's a good note, actually. If we know that a team's about to flood with ult, we should be slowing. It's a pretty good note.
Left wondering as well when a rate could be, but it's a beautiful play for
It's a bit of a specific note.
And the off angle. A lot of damage done.
Fuck.
The rate down to 52 health.
Oh, nice item.
Getting a bit flustered perhaps into the moment. PRX not leaving anything for chance. They're doubled up here. Backside control. Someone with a dart to get their acknowledgement. That's what they're looking for. And the rate is just left wondering.
Oh no.
Wondering how to win this possible chance, but he spotted the barrel, but time is running short. Time is running dry. It's ticking now. The Raid's got to get a move on. But if he makes noise, it won't play into his hands. It won't play into his odds.
Okay, would I consider playing my role as a main coach anytime again? Maybe. Again, for like the rest of this year, I'm gonna still try things out, and then I decide at the end of the year what I'll do. At this very second in time, I don't know if I see myself doing full-time echo-tutoring because other things are going well.
To be able to take down John, but it's this
like
walkout here that you're watching.
Other things are going quite well right now.
And divide together through the smoke. And divide wins a 1v1.
Like streaming and I'm doubling up with this one.
It's a 1-point lead right now.
Wrangling control back. Trying to make it even.
Is it just a matter of things going well?
Watching for the mid-lurk this time. So
it's not just a matter of things going well, but of course I'm less likely to go back to it if I can survive off of other work.
He's still going to go towards mid though, with the rest of PRX grouping up in B.
Thank you, Majin. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it.
By Patman, perhaps, but PRX
He's trying to keep me away from trying to keep me away. Yeah, streamer, caster, analyst, consultant, VOD watcher.
They're a big fan of using high ground angles like this.
Patreon.
Patreon guy. It's normally Divine that's going to be looking for these kind of angles.
All grouped up. Bang's holding the paranoia. That's going to be off the contact of Zelsis. He's tucked himself into a forward position.
And if you wait too long, John will have the fault line back up.
Look at the rates position as well.
Stick to Koshi with that when you see you on the desk again.
Paranoia does connect.
But you stick to League of Legends, mate. Oh wait, you're not. Wait, that's not even a joke, because like you're not even good at League of Legends. So.
Yeah, there's no collecting those bodies either. There's the race.
Can I put VOD watcher on there or something? If you're good at VOD watching, then yes. But if you're not, you're going to be asked about it.
He's not going to be connecting, but he's got the spike down with 15 seconds left. There's nowhere to go at this point.
Very nice defensive utility from Sentinels. They've got the right read now. I think they're really in control of the information game.
You do watch VODs? There's a difference between watching VODs and watching VODs, though.
But most of the rest of the time, they know where PRX is going. It's just a matter of
6 on attack good?
And this time,
we haven't got 6, unfortunately. It's fine.
And here, Jing just tries to get through.
The problem is I just think the SEN are good. Like, I think I said it before, I think SEN are the best team in the world on this map. So like, even if we do get 6, they're still very good.
This does seem like a good round, though, to go for a bit of fake B and try to catch.
Skipping stuff in VODs is good VOD watching.
You know that Sentinels have been kind of cheating the rotations over to B and leaving kind of one person pushing out.
I'm 25% of the way to completing my sub goal. I don't know what my sub goal is, but that's rookie, guys. 25%. That's rookie. Yep. Pat's lurking with a Viper ult.
Res in sight though, Divine might be looking for a play.
We do have Sage Res though.
Team grouping up to take this space.
Why are we?
Very important that gets broken, but okay, Satchel forwards. Jing doesn't hard commit to try and take out Bang. They want to try and deal with his body, and Sentinel's not willing to concede the space. They're still trying to make a go for this with a bit of raw spamming through the box to try and defend it up.
Now Jason's just running through mid.
Device ultimate makes sure that this is only a 4v5.
I like this.
Must have heard the satchel, but did they expect Jing to be up on top of the box?
But that Prowler's not going to tell him anything.
And he's going to take the timing and take
It's ridiculous. It's so dumb. At least one out of 3 dumb plays worked. 1 out of 3 worked. Oh, could be 2 out of 3.
PRX need to be regrouping, I think. You can't afford to have Patman and Jing be playing
Just
off
ult.
on their own like
Just
this.
ult.
Just group together, use the Viper ultimate, try to close out the round.
30 seconds left.
Just ult.
Patman should have a safe avenue to the rest of the team.
Very important fight.
Okay, it's fine. Don't ult. I told Pat about this the other day in a very similar situation, not on Sunset. They're like, yeah, it's not obvious maybe, but
That is absurd, filthy. That is truly ridiculous. And it's left Zekken in a 1v3.
I honestly wasn't watching. What happened?
He's not even going to go for.
I wasn't watching. I was looking at the minimap. I'm sorry.
It's all Jing all day. 2 rounds.
Wait, who's added me to
out of the
Discord?
5 that PRX have won, coming straight from Jing. I mean, one of them set up really heavily by the rest of his team too. He flies in with a showstopper, beautiful snipe onto Zelsis, takes down Zekken as well in market. This one was much more about his intelligence rather than his mechanics. Up inside the one-way and then utilizing the fact that he knew Narrate had missed him with the Prowler. And then he just tucks himself into a wonky spot. And listen,
I need to see that again.
I mean, you're only going to hit him if you go for them. Yeah. I respect it.
Yeah, 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3.
Nowhere to run.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Have we got any developers in the building? I mean, that is crazy, isn't it?
That's shocking.
Alex is not happy. She literally went, what the fuck?
Stuff, man. It's 6 to 5.
Did PRX subscribe to your Patreon? No, I don't think our Patreon...
Double swing.
I don't think our Patreon's for PRX.
PRX trying to take control of it. A bit of util sent flying forwards to A. It's keeping Sentinel's players anchored for now.
They've just got such a nice ult.
This has to be Jing's best map this tournament.
Really?
Really? How much does he farm? He's been good this map, but I feel like he's been very, very strong in some of the maps.
Bang going to be tested, assuming they just pull the trigger on it.
Well, I think it's also Bang to try to get out and live.
You're gonna come from India just to meet me? Bro, that doesn't... You gotta be careful there, that doesn't sound...
Access now towards the site here, trapped up! Oh my goodness!
Chip damage, but no more. And here's that Viper ult.
Here it is, yeah.
Finally! We don't like Viper ult though, I feel like we're not very good with it.
So slightly. Doesn't clear the back of the site though.
And it doesn't hit Patman, which is huge.
Hold up to a degree, random spam praying for a connection. Wall needs to be dealt with, finally broken, at least in one partition. Forsaken is going to be tucked into the corner.
Oh, he doesn't know that he wouldn't...
To the side, Zeken's all the way in and through, but unaccounted for. Forsaken, how long do you bide your time?
No, it's unlucky. The Viper ult went down. I told them...
Fast out, Sentinel's trying to get a handle on it. Unaccounted for. Forsaken.
I told them, man. I told them.
That lasted right from the beginning, setting up for the retake and executing it perfectly.
That's nice movement.
Look at the movement. It's just brilliant. And then the Viper even falling as well.
Oh.
Absolutely unbelievable stuff here. The momentum and kind of fight back, I think, that we wanted to see from Sentinels to give us that competitive series.
There's a note. There is a note. There is a note.
Esports is a $2 billion industry now, but it all started in dingy basements.
It's a $2 billion industry.
From how the pros train to how the money flows. This G2
but how profitable is it?
12 episodes packed with insight and lessons for anyone looking to understand the world of competitive gaming. Ready to learn the game behind the game? Stay tuned for what's next. You won't want to miss it.
I don't think MasterCard are gonna be I don't think MasterCard are gonna be hiring me anytime soon. It could have been more. What's going on? A pistol. The Viper ult was just dog shit, honestly, at this point. The Viper ult was just dog shit. I like that they stole it from China. Every single person does the wrong way first. It's so funny. I think every person does it. Oh, he's owned it.
We're taking a bit of a granular focus.
Maybe he didn't actually have an opinion and just wanted to point them.
Maybe second is really the first player I think I want to touch on, because this guy's been lights out. Maybe after that game earlier today, I mean, the only player beating him out in terms of rating was Texture. Don't know if that's still the case. Second might be the top-rated player going into this match here today, but he's got top competition in the form of Jing, who's been putting up unbelievable numbers.
Yeah, again, you can see it reflected here in the
Can you tell me more if it's possible how you helped him?
Going 15-6, but I've been masterfully impressed with what Jing has been able to put forward on the attack side.
I'll talk more about it after Toronto.
Can Jing keep it going on defense? Because I think so much of Jing's impact is based on how he's able to find the timings as an entry player, and Zekken on the Neon is going to be really
on CT. I think it's probably better if they do alt CT.
And the style of Sentinels often puts Zekken as not just the tip of the spear,
at this
but
point,
the guy who's
like their ult doesn't give them any choke.
I think he's going to be
it's like so spammable
See it reflected
from like the position that you're conceding.
And going for the light armor buy here.
It's going to be a big face in the bottom of mid. This is
I mean, ideally you get the ult down like here, but like I don't think that's going to be.
The pistols are a lot better for long-range fights on PRX.
Yeah, it's Jing. Just waiting it out. He sees that cage. Sailing sky high, and it is walking.
No.
Contact plays. The jump spot might have just ruined it all. Spoiled the surprise that SEN were going for. Maybe not. Gonna see it now. 3, 2, 1, and a swing.
How can that be your pistol if you're Sentinels?
Ready to collapse. Still jumping
How could that be your pistol?
Bro,
Bro, I don't even like.
Blinder of a pistol.
I could tell you from watching them, like I copied some PRX stuff for Patreon like a year ago, and I know they love to do that. You can't do that pistol.
And with only 45 health left,
like PRX love doing numbers here.
Everybody on PRX grouped up as well. Forsaken going for a little bit of information,
sniffing them out,
but then goes for the wide swing of Jing. It is that body shot that delivers. A nice pistol round idea.
Why do you think Fnatic struggles against Neon Comp? Do they struggle against Neon Comp, or were they just shit? What do you mean? Struggles against Neon Comp?
Now that's
see the cage going overhead.
That's a gross beginning kill from Patman. Didn't quite realize that he got that kill through the cage. But yeah, they couldn't have landed any better. Both teams going for mid, and
it's literally in your free Coach Potatoes playbook. Oh really?
The spider waiting in the web.
I mean, it shouldn't be. I don't think it should be. I think I probably made that one on free. The Sunset's in the map pool.
And I think it bears talking about that we saw Sentinels looking really dominant at the beginning of this map. And that's dissipated quite a lot. It's now looking like absolutely anybody's game.
No.
You dare step into the cage.
Why, Jason?
Trying to face up, potentially set Forsaken up there with the judge. You're right.
Bro, give JJ the fucking judge. I don't trust Jason.
This round, though,
I don't trust Jason at all with the judge.
PRX, an opportunity to build up towards some of these big ults.
Sentinels putting their bodies on the line here. There's no trade, obviously, with the slow place down. You can hear it. And a good reposition by Pat.
Oh, he's accidentally killed people.
Devi's ready to help him by his side.
That market slow's so nice.
Not retrievable here, so
did he do it from up here? Or did he do it through the window or something? I didn't see.
Who on PRX wants to try
he just
to build
banked,
up their
he just banked it off, right?
That's one of the key things that they should be thinking about.
Came from site, yeah.
Looking towards giving it to Patman, I would imagine. I mean, that defensive
30 seconds left.
Viper ult can change the course of the rounds.
I'm getting hungry, man. I'm getting hungry.
Setups that you wouldn't normally be able to run. I think it's
What's the
worth
time?
paying attention
9 o'clock?
as well to Patman as to where he puts his Viper wall. We see this one at the moment, but there's also a pretty common one that we're seeing teams run that goes through mid.
Bro, G2 Gozen got absolutely annihilated.
Oh, and they're looking to try to keep him alive.
He gets the plant down, he's still going to get value, so
yeah.
you do have to kill him. There we go.
And you can still plant even if it's in the post round as well in order to get your money. So they did definitely have to deal with him there.
G2 Gozen. Why isn't on VLR?
Maximize the ults, I don't think, but
G2 Gozen got lost 2-0.
One enemy remaining. Last player
Lower bracket. I mean, I can't. I'm probably doing desk. That's good for me. I'll probably be doing the desk for G2 goes in them. Give me that every day. I'll be flaming Mimi. That's all I do. Like, I don't need to actually watch the games. I just flame Mimi the entire time. So fucking easy.
So Sentinels have got to think about how they want to set up the rounds in the first place, and then also how they want to play the post.
So fucking easy.
John holding this stun, ready for some kind of mid.
Hello.
Fight. You're expecting PRX to be doing something aggressive on their bonus round.
Okay, I'll talk in a second.
Some aggression.
I'll talk in a
Online
second.
hell just in case. Slow orbs are already going to be used. Why? Just making sure that they can slow down the inevitable approach, really. Sentinels are going at a bit of a glacial pace, but might be turning their sights up towards the top section of the mid. Fault line, no connection. Pacman not slowed down, not stunned up. Zekan is right in your face. And he's not going to follow up. Bang just can't.
Hello?
Then the wedging was placed.
No. No.
Narrate though has found a bit
Nope.
of opportunity and more.
I was about to start flaming as well.
Fuck. Market and the front of the site now. Access for Sentinels.
Fuck's sake, man.
Incredible play from Narrate to get them back in.
Why, Jason?
Yeah, could be beautiful with the positioning and even better with a crosshair placement, even spotting out something.
What are they doing? Did you see how every single one of them died by themselves? And even now they're going to die by themselves again. So fucking stupid.
Many of them. Last one spotted something. There's not much you can do.
I'm going to get a drink. I'll be right back.
Got to scurry and save.
Yeah, it's
I have a Coke, cherry Coke here, but I'm going to go put it in the fridge because it's
only
warm.
700 credits on Divide. So keeping this rifle really helps the economy. A massive round from Narrate there. Looked like Sentinels had squandered this one. Slightly better eco. Came in, they ran a slow mid-take trying to feel out, I think, what the defensive setup actually looked like. And as they committed through, they went for like a market pinch where you tried to pull the mid player towards market and then you pop through top mid. And it looked messy. Very messy from second and back.
He's not ready for Jing at all.
I mean, Bang is walking into that angle backwards because he's worried about the other side of mid. He's worried about somebody pushing his own smoke. And it's Narrate, the hero, especially that second kill on Patman. Turns the round in Sen's favor.
He doesn't do all that. Wind is out of the sails for Sentinels. It's a bonus conversion for PRX.
He keeps his team in it.
Again, all eyes on either side here, down towards mid. Smoked off for now, but calling for the 3-2-1 and a swing. That is good movement by Narrate.
Nice.
Stays alive for the one kill, but PRX had more than just...
It's what, like, I was going to talk about that wall for a second too. Like, that wall was, I liked it. And Pat didn't play with it very much.
Second swinging, nobody
I guess he might not have had fuel, I guess, but...
A little bit out of sync there, Sentinels. We've seen that across 2 rounds now, despite the fact that Narrate was able to save the previous one. Now he's gone, he's dead. 3v4, somebody else needs to step up now for Sen. Good stun.
Yeah, it's good to push. Taking off that line, but immediately the paranoia is going to be used to try and get him straight back in. Smoke fades though. It's still opportunities are granted for these kills, and it's decent movement enough. Zeltas actually does manage to take out something, so putting a bit of a wrap around here. Forsaken is the one that's been put in a pinch.
Hasn't been able to find too many kills so far this map, Forsaken.
Just steps out wide enough for Zeltas to capitalize. This is now a 2v2, very winnable for Sentinels.
30 seconds left.
PRX not quite aware of the gaps in defensive play that they're putting up.
But they do know where both players are roughly. They know that John's on the plant, Zeltas is defending somewhere.
Walking up now, steps up, that's a jump spot now, spotting these players out, slow walk, way ahead of it! Zeltas!
So stupid, man.
Takes matters into his own hands!
Beautiful round there from the emotional leader on Sentinels. Gets himself into a lurk through top mid, and they needed a hero after this first play. The 2 young guns from Sen got chopped down early.
What was that, like a fucking 4v2?
Play off John and shut the round down.
He's played that perfectly.
This is now 2 rounds in a row though. They're Sen have had a sloppy beginning.
Energy is back up.
Yeah, 2 rounds where they've managed to capitalize.
I think it was 4v2.
Especially tilting for PRX because you're doing stuff right at the start. You know, your game plan off barrier rip is good. You're getting into an advantage. And then, I mean, personally, round 15, I think that's just Narrate hitting nice shots. I don't think that's a mistake from PRX too much. This round, though, they did leave a lot of gaps. And so you're seeing the tactical timeout called and Devi doing a lot of talking there. I'm sure Alex has got enough to say as well. But PRX economy is now going to be crumbling a little. Only one rifle able to be afforded.
It's in the gutter. Timeout was fading away there as Alex is just venting.
Yeah, I don't think that was. I don't think that was to the players, was it? I think that was to Mindfree.
Just to clear up the misconceptions that might arise.
Yeah, he's normally very calm when he communicates to the players, and then he takes it all out on his desk.
Yeah,
it's a bit like Kaplan, fairly calm when he comes to his players, and then he beats the crap out of Cubert.
Oh, poor Cubert. 2-round lead though for Sentinels, and they've got that economy advantage. Usually going to be converting into a round win. So
I mean, why is there a smoke bottom mid? Celsius.
Take a really fast timing when they were on defense.
Yeah.
It's Forsaken doing something similar.
Doesn't have a long range gun, it's just a Bucky. Looking to see if he can punish here. Plenty of players stepping up to that mark. Bang. Orb down. Jinx up onto the high ground angle. Okay,
I thought that was with a stinger for a second. I saw the ADS and I thought he got it was.
No smokes.
Flank needs to be watched for. No smokes though.
Yeah, no smokes over towards spawn. And Forsaken's on the flank with a Bucky.
Even committed here. TP forwards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No way.
That's not fair.
Beautiful play by Forsaken. And now
Oh, if they went through at the same time.
Spins. 180 all around. Second. Looking to receive a couple of bodies. Other end of his outlaw. Sightline is open. Spots it with a jump ping. Sets up jump for it. Almost makes a good go of it.
It's close.
Forsaken's there to close the door in his face and ensure that the better economy.
So many rounds they could have won, man. This game. So many rounds.
Little bit tough.
I don't treat this as one of them, really.
I can't believe this TP ends up getting the job done, and then he goes for a second teleport on top of the other box. I mean, mad play.
Enemy remaining.
But good finisher from Second there. He's having a blinder of a map. He's got 18 kills already in 17 rounds. This round, though, almost everybody on PRX has their ultimate to be able to work with.
Okay.
It's instinctual
just
from him. Cage goes up. Bullets go into it.
Why is he not ulting?
Clear game
Why
plan.
is little bro not ulting?
And this now puts a bit more pressure
Oh,
over
breach
towards
shot.
Van,
Okay,
because
breach shot.
With the trip disappearing on A, you're worried.
Oh my god, thank fuck. Okay, he doesn't want to ult because of breach shot. I accept that logic.
Well, you haven't even forced out any ultimates here.
Oh, it's a 5v2.
So this one's just a bit of a GG go next.
Yeah.
No, it's not, is it?
Spawn just in case there are players
Chase.
creeping up onto the gaps. We can see. Bangs there. Forsaken taking a bit of a jiggle.
It feels like PRX are trying to go for the same level of discipline that we saw from SEN, but they're all playing it alone.
God almighty, it's a bullet to the brains. Luckily saved by the wall. Paranoia forwards. PRX just need to make sure to not leave any gaps, mistakes to be played into.
It is quite a committed position from something, and like I said, they're all playing alone.
I don't want to get too worried here. They still have the
30
player
seconds
advantage. It
left.
should be massive for them as long as they play with that discipline here. Plan stuck, but John has an ult. Could look to expend it. Still has a slow and an aid in through the back and easily dealt with indeed. Devi, safe pair of hands of him, usually is the case.
And still no ultimate forced out from PRX. That slow nade combo was brilliant there. And PRX have cut this one down.
Is that Eng? Is that the real Eng?
This next one,
Bro, coach into avoid stress and his stress on this team's match. Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
Very clean shots though. Now,
I'm not that stressed. Like, I'm nowhere near. If this was if this was like a team I was head coaching, like I'd be way more stressed. But
is not in a spot where
it is annoying because they're so close to like winning.
Economy was kept honest the entire time.
Oh, ooh.
So 4 stingers.
I'm out of here.
And honestly, a win here would
stingers?
be to force out some of those defensive ultimates.
TP4, this is aggressive Forsaken. Forsaken! There's
So
another
dumb.
second player though. Just the one for his trouble, but it was a big one to find. Zekken is gone. Zelsis could be going to follow suit, and he's just missed the timing.
Okay.
Stinger in hand, not exactly the weapon for the job. crazy play to make against a half buy.
They don't know what to do though. They don't know what to do.
Because usually it is Forsaken with a one-way on A, and that's allowed John and Celsius to just walk up. A is being played pretty heavy for retake right now, and the fake is beautiful. They're so worried about A. The bang and narrate, the other part of the duo.
They're lost. They're a bit lost.
Narrate is the one with the spike though. Can't overstep too much, but
they really want to pick. They really want to equalize numbers because their guns are just so much worse.
They need something, but it's been spotted out here. Stinger in your hand, bang, just about gets around the corner.
Now Celsius becomes the lurker.
Snake bite though.
That's an unlucky one.
A bit of a spam on top of it. So Bang's going to be found here. Narrate forced to just get back a little bit. Still Forsaken is up. They're going to have smokes to just block off main or the spike, whatever they choose. Playing through main is not going to be
Oh my god.
ideal task for them. It's one weight up now, and that backstab, as you mentioned, has to be coming to fruition. Forsaken accounted for. Still, there's players onto the spike now, tapping away, but there's that ult. Here it is, Roll of Thunder, pushes them back and away. PRX tapped for that one. They were hoping that it would pull out a bit of the big tools, and now running forward to try and take the play. Cannot get it done. When they were hoping that it would pull out.
Sorry, we gotta go back.
Cannot get it done. A lot pulled out of the war chest for Sentinels, but it's PRX who win the day.
So I was talking about a silver lining. A win in this round might be to expend some of the defensive ultimates from PRX. And yet PRX come away without having to use a single one of them. Still 5 ults in the back for the defenders, and they creep ever closer to an even game. You can see what Sen were cooking. They thought if they expected the
Thank God it was Celsius. Thank God it was Celsius.
But it wasn't quite good enough. And now Kaplan, he's going to look for his own input into this game. Sentinels take a tactical timeout to discuss what the next game plan should be. And I think you've got to realize at this point that PRX has been playing A for retake. Like really passive retake setup. It's not even like they have a Cypher that's going to be giving them some information. There's not trips, there's not cam. They are just playing off-site A. And maybe they'll swap it up for the next round, but I would imagine Kaplan's got a bit of a read that's going to try to play with that.
Time is ticking here. It's PRX with a driving factor, taking map number 1. We're not in elimination territory, of course, but it will send you toppling into the lowers if Sen cannot get a grip back. And I know that sounds odd when they're sitting at 10-9, but the ults are flowing right now for PRX, and they have been in control largely.
And the 2 ultimates the Sentinels have are situational at best, I would say. Yeah. You know, you need a pick for Celsius to be able to win around with his Cypher ult. And Zekken, most of the time,
you say anything
he's going to
wrong?
be getting more value with the rifle than
What are you talking about?
the Neon ult either.
And Jinx goes straight down at mid, rocket in your hands, and you are no more. Celsius obliterated, turned into pink mist. Anyone seconds, bang. Trying to step up and challenge, but can anyone get this guy out of here? Narrate to John.
Why?
Find themselves the likely contenders to be able to do so.
We've ulted B? What?
Just chilling at this point, I think, is advantageous
Bro.
for PRX. They can allow Narrate and John to leave because there's 2 free reses. Devi, though, is actually going
Why are we
for
using
the
a
info himself. If he had died there, wouldn't have been able to res Jing, but all good. They get themselves into a 2-player advantage. And again, by seizing control and tempo of the round with that fast dive down mid, a little bit reminiscent of what Forsaken went for previously. They've put themselves in
We
a
should have
great
saved
spot.
Viper this round.
They did use almost every ultimate, though, to accomplish it. But as long as they can clean up John and Narrate, they will have crushed the economy as well.
Narrate and John tiptoeing.
We cleaned this up quite nicely. I like all the lines they've taken.
Chopping block, Patman. Not so likely.
Oh, he actually got hit quite hard there.
Straight bullets into the box, but no one.
Yeah, we cleaned that up nicely, to be honest with you.
And now PRX look the swarm.
One, we had one here. Sorry. One here, one here, one here, one here. It was nice. Considering how much we struggled in some of these rounds to like to have good lines across the map, I think that was really nice. I'm confused why Sentinels don't know that. That exists either, though, to be honest with you. Or I could tell you that I could have told you they do that last year.
And Sentinels, their economy's not great. 4 players with light armor, 1 player with a stinger, but it's Zekken who still has his ult as a backup.
Fuck.
Sen are looking to go A again.
Yeah, this is 5 players grouped up.
Look how fast.
it. Jing is all the way down mid already.
Face your
Straight
fear.
up behind them. Nightfall's forward though. They want to take this one fast and loose. You can't afford to make mistakes at this point if you are Sentinels. Trip's going to be triggering. Zelsis, you don't know why, so you got to hear it now. The rumble of the footsteps in your face. He's primed and ready with a rifle in hand, trying to take that fight with the use.
So good from them.
The timing could not be better. Zelsis wants a little bit more. Can he stun this push off from the flank? Defy! Not to be denied. This guy now taking control of the situation, but Sentinel's still on the site. Bang!
That's so nice by right. We played 4 offsite against the Fatal, and then the Fatal just hits nobody, so they just know the full site's clean, and then they don't have to use power. They don't have to use stun, so they got the stun for fucking the flank. So annoying.
In what was a scrappy, chaotic
So
round.
annoying.
I think Zelsis should be able to give them the information about how quick PRX were down mid again, with 2 players. Not just Jing sending it in tiles, but Devi also following up. And the goal there was that it feels like only 1 player on the flank, and then Devi's able to come in unexpected.
When in situations like this, where the feels like the game is slipping away, what do you usually say to the team? That was like a good answer. Depends on the context of the game, right? You're hoping to reassure the players somehow.
It's just that usually,
like, I feel like it's better to reassure most of the time. At least with the players I coach, than to like be angry.
11 to 10. Tension in the air. You can cut it with a knife at this point. Operator in the hands of Devi.
And he's looking at, is he going to try to wall up at the beginning?
Oh, this is going to be crazy, surely. What's he going for? Just a bit of a pre-fire onto the cam. Sentinels not slowing down at all. They threw elbow.
No. Bro, we played that so poorly.
No damage to be dealt. Something is taking this alone. No coordination. PRX getting antsy, getting frantic. It's up to Patman to see if he can contain and maintain the team's composure. Devi reinforces one of the gaps.
I mean, the pace of the whole game has increased. Patman finding Zelsis in mid as well, and now finally a breather. But there are so many gaps around the map that PRX need to fill. A Devi could get caught. The more aggressive he gets.
And his wall fades too. He's going to have to commit. Yeah, playing a further back line and angle. Too many unknowns on the map right now for PRX, and it gives Sentinels free. Contacting, not necessarily something you want to do when you're going up against an operator, but
there's also no smokes.
There's no strip, so this is nice. This is nice. This is nice.
There are always going to be openings for Devi to take this shot.
Just hold it. Single scope, bro.
Guesses it. It's a one-way propped up on top of it. That's going to be the fault line, clearing the way.
Why does he want to go down CT?
The site now theirs, and there's a reflank occurring. PRX from behind. Narrate's going to try and slow this one down. He's going to be buying it.
Okay.
He's time with the C's.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful.
The pincer maneuver is almost complete. It's just second left alone to try and pull off a miracle with a snake bat at your feet. There's absolutely no chance he can win that one. 11 to 11.
Bro walks, so he's worried of Ali.
There's a great call in this round from PRX where they decide to double up and push mid. Really
yeah, Josh is on it.
They had no retake utility. And they had a snake bite and
The Sensi was dead was the big reason.
And yet, they still, by putting 2 people on the flank and Devi just locking down angles with his op, managed to crunch Sentinels on the
We got op again.
And the economy
the opening was so poor, though. The opening was so poor. Our fights were so poor. They're just going to keep going A, man. Bro, they're going to keep going A.
Last-minute decisions to be made here, but again, all in from Sentinels. 5 players.
Why are we not?
11 to 11. With the upper bracket on the line.
Everything is going A.
Full committal.
Shit, we haven't got anything, boys. Whoa, we're so slow.
No one's watching his back through the elbow angle. He's got a lot to account for here. Just trying to break some of that util as well, so it doesn't get cleared all the way out.
That's so lucky.
Just overstays onto the line. Second is gone. John QT was next. Bang, it's up to him to deliver, but he's been put down, put to bed, put to rest. And PRX eager for it now, hunting for that 12th round, getting cheeky with it in the process.
Sentinels are watching this map slip away from them. They had such a great start. Looked like they'd rebounded after getting flattened on split. But they can't put it together here on the attack side. PRX were playing a retake. They cleared mid, looking for Zelsis in the mid round. They know exactly where he is now.
Doubled up, leaving nothing to chance. Time played, but yeah, with discipline like that. 12 to 11 now.
I think they go A again. They either go A again or they're gonna fake it. There's a binary here.
This is a gorgeous angle.
I don't know what I call if I'm timeouting.
Possibly get while still playing to defend that.
What do I call on this timeout here?
Device always got these tricky little spots to work with. Sentinels have been forced buying in quite a few of these.
We need a TikTok wall on A. Do we have any TikTok walls on A?
Money's just dead. It is just dead.
We need a TikTok AWP wall on A to deal with the breach shot.
And they're going to be working with odds and ends.
Like in CT or something.
Trying to cobble it together like Tony Stark in a cake.
The thing is that they have gone A like 5 rounds in a row, so...
The recovery in this half has been amazing from PRX. They made the right adjustment. Playing full retake A for a lot of these rounds, and yet still catching SEN as they hit the site.
And they know that we're flanking.
To grab a kill onto Zeka, for example, and then have a player advantage.
It's a lower bracket. You do not want to get sent into. The competition is heating up heavily. G2, Gen G, Fnatic, any sort of manner of opponent you want to avoid for as long as possible.
And look at the buy. I was alluding to it earlier.
I was hoping we would do something TikTok-y around CT, but I don't know if there is anything. They got breach shot though.
It looks done, it looks chalked. How are SEN going to be able to get this into overtime?
Heavy group up once more. This is all in from Sentinels, and it could just crumble at a moment's notice. Flash avoided. Jing is there.
Oh, why?
No one to deal with a haunt over the shoulder.
You don't go fucking elbow against...
Valuable weapon to upgrade to as well.
Rolling Thunder now, it's available. Lays siege now to the other side
Nice.
of things, but it did not catch up to the buy. Propped up on a perch of his own making.
Where's the rifle? We surely dropped an extra rifle.
So good with these walls.
Oh, you had to...
And now he's going for a little bit
I don't think we have money. We've slowed ourselves off.
Bang's paranoia here is amazing when the retake begins.
The re-flank occurring for Saken.
This guy knows. This guy knows.
Drop down here. Patience is called for from PRX themselves. Slow and close. Trying to play time. And bait out these shots potentially for them. The range is going to do a lot.
Nice. Why didn't you go...
Deals with it again. The trap is triggered all the way from the side. PRX is there and he's stopping this train. It's looking so damn unlikely. And it's up to the captain, it's up to John. Stinger in hand. Flash. He's got a bullet. To supplement. He's going to run him down. It's a full stack.
Nice! Oh my god, he's looped it, man. Why has he done that? How the fuck?
What an incredible way to see the match end. John did what he could and Forsaken was just twirling around. What a end. A much closer map, but PRX deserve all the credit there for being able to recover it towards the end and steal it away. A beautiful game from Jing especially, who was amazing in their attack half, but I gotta give a lot of credit to Defy and how creative he was getting.
The upper bracket final is PRX versus Wolves.
Really nice stuff from PRX.
That's the upper bracket final.
Marching forwards as well.
That's so ludicrous.
They're gonna be meeting up with Wolves, the two third seed teams that we're seeing here in the upper bracket
That's
final.
so ludicrous.
Remarkable stuff.
Toronto just a moment of unexpected moments.
Look at these noobs, man.
They've earned their spot.
Look at these fucking noobs.
They will be facing off against Wolves, and for Sentinels, they are sent tumbling it down. I said it earlier, but it is a death pit.
It is. It's tough down there. Sentinels are going to be facing up against Fnatic. That is a really difficult game. Other end of the spectrum, you could argue, but you know, you go from
What do they play next,
team that Mini coaches, and then against another team that Mini's previously coached. But yeah, big credit today to some of the timeouts too that Alex was taking.
20th. No.
Adding a bit of a change up in style.
I go to Portugal on the 19th. I'm gonna be in a villa, feet up.
Astounding to see and watch. We're seeing slow play.
It'd be so funny if my friend has good internet. If I could co-stream from the villa.
We'll be sending it down to Yinsu. She's out on the stage for that Verizon post-match interview. Take it away.
All aboard the PRX train here. What a
Bro, I
win
gotta have
now.
an option in
I've
case
never
they
had
make the
opportunity
final,
to
I
interview
guess.
Patman before, so I'm gonna quickly distract you for a second. Thank you. You've got me. Jason's got me. Patman, very quickly now.
I fly back on the grand final day. Fuck. I did not think that through.
This is your first time.
Oh wait, no, wait. Wrong tournament.
Sorry?
How are you dealing with the craziness of all these times being the fan favorite?
It's just new to me, but I need to get used to it.
I know. I fly back the day before.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's like.
Wait, when do I?
It's like I'm part of the family. Like everyone here is family. You know, I can see a lot of pink jersey wearing. So yeah, it's so fun to be here.
Oh yeah,
I booked a holiday at the worst possible time.
One more question before I let you go. Well, take a quick selfie. That's going to be worth a lot of money. So, you know, the Patman selfie in here in the arena. But while you do that, Patman, now, when it comes to your confidence on stage, a couple days ago, Jason was telling you, stand up, join me. And you said, I'm shy, I don't want to do it. But you did it today. What gave you that confidence?
I think it's very helpful for the team as well. Like, if we hype ourselves, so I need to do it for the boys, not just for hyping, you know. I need to be confident and feel confident with the boys, so everyone will feel confident as well.
Well, you're not just doing it for the boys, you're doing it for them as well. Follow me. I want to get a quick word with Forsaken. Forsaken, you got your revenge against Sentinels. How did that feel?
It feels great.
He's so dead. He's so dead.
It feels amazing.
Amazing. And of course, Forsaken, it seems like now you're one of the leaders of your team. Do you enjoy being a leader of this PRX train?
Enjoy, of course, because, I mean, of course, it's gonna be hard for me to IGL and get frag maybe at the same time, but I'll always trust my teams, you know? So even though I don't need frag, I just have to be a good leader, you know?
Yeah, we trust you as well. One last question. Can you say something to the passengers of the PRX train?
Track by track, guys. Just keep supporting us. We gonna go far, okay? Let's go.
Track by track, baby. Woo, let's go, PRX.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Holy moly!
So close.
That
yes,
was.
What do you mean? Were you not seeing that?
We can't see. Where is he? Because Forsaken was facing the other side.
Dude, it was.
But he was spinning.
It was mad.
It was basically like
0.01.
How were the comms in that moment when you were so close? We're speaking about the victory moment, right? That diffuse, because people cannot see it. You can see it in the screen that we have down there.
Hello, everyone.
We have Divide here on the desk. Give it up for Divide, if you guys don't mind.
Thank you.
Those Sage op kills were a thing of beauty, my friend. First things first, congratulations. Here's the winning moment with you and the boys, and it had to have felt incredible to be able to get this win, but not just get the win. You got the win off of a 12-3 and then a squeaker, Map 2, breaking Sentinel's hearts. How did that make you feel, man, getting that revenge?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, we watched the VODs and we knew that Sentinel is very good at Sunset. So we knew that their retake is good and we were struggling, as you guys can see. But thank God that we also kind of good at retaking on the defense. So yeah, I mean, it's great, you know. It's been a while since we beat any teams. Usually we are the EMEA Slayer, but I guess
Okay.
Now the America Slayer, now the America Slayer. I like that.
I'll accept it. You're speaking about those mistakes. There's many occasions, right, when we see you guys. It's, I would say characteristic at this point when you are having a 5v3 or a 4v2 and you guys, you start going one by one. How do you bounce back from that? Because those are just mistakes, right? But how do you bounce back? How do you forget that and move on?
I mean, it looks bad, especially you're talking about the split round, right? I mean,
There was a couple
but we had worse games against Liquid that day, so this one we kind of used to that. So we just said, it's okay, boys, just one round, so we just continue. I guess it's just classic PRX, you know?
Oh, classic. Well, you want to talk about classic PRX. Let's go ahead and take a look at that final moment there because it literally came down to a squeaker. This is it. John was flying in for this. He had the Sheriff in hand, and he just starts unloading in front of him. And there's your boy spinning away, and he managed to hold it down. And that had to have been frustrating for John, but it had to have felt absolutely amazing for you guys. You're going to the upper finals here in Toronto.
There's something really loud outside if you can hear it. I'm sorry.
Team coming into this one.
I mean, honestly, we were just praying for playoff, but I guess
Wow, I got hay fever so badly.
Our expectation.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time to win the whole thing.
Time to win the whole thing? Hey, yo, I don't know if y'all heard it. Device said it's time to win the whole thing. I mean,
people here are great.
All I'm going to say is this. I talked to a couple fans in the venue. They asked me, who do you think's going to win? And I was like, look, if PRX wins this, I think they're going all the way. Ooh. So I feel good about you guys right now because you're not just showing just the obvious PRX talent that we see all the time. But we're seeing a lot of good fundamentals. We're also seeing you guys really work together.
Yeah.
Is that a product of, you know, more coaching with Alex, of course, the consulting there with Minnie? We talked to him earlier. What's that about?
Yeah, I think we tried to.
Oh, thank you very much, Spicy.
Usually we used to play just pressing W all the way.
Spicy you,
I think
sorry.
people are getting a lot smarter.
Hey guys,
nowadays, all the teams in Masters.
Bro, how
So
crazy
we
was
figured
that game, by the way?
If we keep doing
How
the same
crazy
thing.
was
So,
that
yeah,
game?
just a little bit of passive and like teamworky a little bit, and yeah.
I'm so proud of the boys, though.
How are you enjoying the game without Tehran?
That game was
Do you like
crazy.
it more? Do you think
Your
that,
second
you know,
favorite coach.
it's gone against some
Third,
of the teams
it's already
that we
third
have in the
favorite
tournament?
coach.
I
It should
think
be
it's
should be Mind Freak second, right?
Not to specific teams, but I think we prefer to play
second.
I think
Yeah, third.
it's a little bit chaotic for us also. So
yeah, you guys.
Chaotic for you? What?
Yeah.
Well, because it stops
they like a different kind of chaos.
Because it stops
My
them
bad,
from.
my bad.
I didn't realize how funny
We
Lish
don't-
is.
we
Like
don't
Lish is
mind
kind of
aggressive,
like.
But you gotta face us. But if you
Lish
play
is kind of
Teo,
like
you just hide in the corner and
Exactly.
then
You wanna
press
face to face.
Yeah, we wanna
Like
have
cheeky
a-
funny.
Yeah.
Like almost
We don't
British
need
funny,
another
like a bit
brimstone, you know?
sarcastic.
So, yeah.
Hey, and look, I do love my Boomer Stone, but I get what you're saying. Before I let you go here, you're going to be facing off against the Wolves. You've seen this team. You've seen what they bring to the table. Want to give us your thoughts on that matchup?
Did you see what they did against Genji?
Yeah, we saw. I mean, they did better than us against Genji, so I'm very happy because we have they have the coach who is also Malaysian, so I'm very happy for him. Like it's been a while, so to have like my Malaysian
Coach
bros,
Fade,
you know.
right?
Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
yeah, I mean, I hope that it's gonna be a good game. And
Bro, it's so
Any
crazy.
player you're looking forward to
PRX versus
particularly going up
Wolves.
against, or
On
just
what planet are you on if you
probably,
thought
I
this was
mean, I
happening?
think Spring has been playing really good, so yeah. I
That's
can't
so
wait to play
crazy.
it.
Look at
So how's
this.
your reaction going to be once the Siufat stands up and starts like sending kisses and
G2.
hearts?
What is
are
it?
you
What's
gonna
the
do in
matchups?
exchange?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the type to stand but I have Forsaken, you know, so I think I'm good to
But
go.
you should chime in. I think you know,
maybe
at
I
least
will
just
try.
stand up and do
Yeah, do nothing.
Like so?
Tell you what, off camera.
We'll see. But it's okay.
You
If
have
they
time. You have time to think because
yeah, of course. If they have Siufat,
This is
then we have
crazy.
Forsaken, you know, both with the vice side.
The
you know,
Giga Chat,
I mean,
the
he
Giga
might be a
Chat.
little bit bigger right now, but it's okay. Forsaken is Forsaken.
Versus
Yeah,
Virgin.
No, just gotta hit the gym a couple more times, and then you'll be good to go. You'll
The
be
Virgin
good to go.
lower bracket
Devi,
versus
I
the
wanna
Giga
thank you
Chat
so much
upper
for your
bracket.
time. Always a pleasure, and congratulations.
Yep.
Give it up for Devi. Give it up for PRX.
you.
Incredible stuff, but that
Thank
is
you.
going to do it for us here today. We thank you all so much for tuning in, and of course, we have plenty more Valorant coming at you tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll see you then,
Okey-dokey.
Toronto. Take care.
I'll play some deathmatch whilst I got some viewers. I'll play some deathmatch. I'm bored. And then I'll eat some food and go. Answer questions because you guys graded. So if you guys want to ask me questions, I'll ask some questions for a bit whilst I play some deathmatch. Am I going to watch Party Fanatic versus Sentinels? No. So the way I stream is I only co-stream the PRX games. But the problem is, guys, is that I'm going to go on holiday in 3 days' time. 19th of June, I'm going on holiday. So I didn't really plan that one through. I'll have my laptop though, but I might not co-stream because obviously I'm gonna be in Portugal in a villa. So I might not be able to co-stream, but I'll be able to help the boys out a little bit. So what I usually do tomorrow, I will probably I can't VOD review Wolves because we're gonna play Wolves. What am I gonna do tomorrow? I might have to take a break tomorrow because I can't really justify VOD reviewing Wolves when we're gonna play them. I could maybe VOD review Gen G and like just make it focus on Gen G, but then it's a bit weird. It's still a bit weird. I could. No. No, I have watched this. I don't want to watch Fnatic because I'll flame them so hard that they'll learn things. I think. And then if we were to lose and Fnatic makes a run, I don't want to like give information away. Is there a lot of negatives in PRX gameplay today to improve on? The games today, there was a lot of nice stuff. Like probably the best Valorant I think PRX have played this tournament. With that being said, there's obviously some of those rounds that need to be fixed where like they're a bit unsure what to do and kind of give away like advantages. I think on Sunset there is for sure going to be a lot of notes from me. I think from Split, I think there's going to be not many notes. Yeah. But yeah, I think they did a good game plan today. It feels like they were very aware of how Sentinels might like to play. Alex asked me some questions, and I'm sure that some of that went into it too. But they seem very wary of how Sentinels are going to play today, which was good to see. I'm not sure what to do tomorrow. The other thing I got to do though is that on the 18th, I got to do Game Changers Desk. So on the 18th, I'm going to be doing a Game Changers Desk. So I need to prepare for that too. So G2 goes in, could be. Oh, hey, Stiggy. Should I play a rank game? Should I say fuck it, play a rank game? How you guys doing, guys? Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Bro, guys, I was just explaining to Spicy's chat that I'm going on a holiday on the 19th of June. I'm going on holiday on the 19th of June for a week. So luckily, I'm in a villa with some gamer friends who will know what I'm going through, so I might be able to still like. There's a very small chance I would be able to co-stream, but I think I'll obviously be able to help the boys still, but it's kind of crazy. My holiday was booked like a while back. To be quite honest with you, I didn't expect them to do this well. Like, to be honest with you. I still help them. I don't do that much for them anyway. I just give them notes for after games, to be honest with you. And I just talk to Alex. I'll have my laptop with me. Villa Wi-Fi? Honestly, my friend probably has the fucking best. My friend is a gamer, so he probably has the best Wi-Fi or the best connection and stuff.
Let the bullets fly.
I'll take my some setup with me. It might be the most janky ass setup you've ever seen though. If I was to do it, I do need to relax though, guys. I've had a very busy few years, and this is my first holiday in 10 years, so I do also need to be in the sun reading a book for a little bit. But it is kind of crazy.
Where are you? Still waiting. Mark 2.
It's very crazy, man. I'm surprised that Sentinels let Split through today. I thought that I didn't think they let Split through today. What am I going to be reading? I am currently reading Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I started reading quite a lot when I went to Berlin because I get to go on flights, obviously, and I got like nothing to do on flights. And so I read some. What did I read? I can't remember what the fuck I read now. Pansy's really into Dostoevsky, so she bought me a Dostoevsky book, which is very nice. But the problem is that Pansy's into stuff that's about like losers like me, and I don't want to read about losers like me. So I'm starting to read Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because it's about someone who just has a lot of fun, has a lot of fun, a lot of drugs, a lot of fun, very crazy. I don't want to read about some like depressed existentialist. Not at this very moment. I think in the long run I will, but at this very moment I need to read some like more. Yeah, she likes Kafka. She likes all those existentialists. What else did I read actually? I tried reading Hemingway, but it was actually kind of shit. I thought Hemingway was much more masculine than I thought Hemingway was a bit more of a fucking giving it man than I did like his prose though. He writes very directly. His prose are kind of interesting, very blunt. What else was I reading actually? Oh, I read Murakami. I read some Murakami. But to be honest with you, that's a bit of a weird one because it's like kind of a loser, but he's also just that guy has a lot of sex apparently.
That makes 3.
That guy's fucking giving it. Yeah, Murakami. I mean, at least in the book, what book did I read? Norwegian Wood. He's just giving it every 2 seconds, man. And then he's not the best at writing sensual scenes.
Who's next?
Oh. It was nice to read though, because there were parallels a little bit to some stuff in my life recently. It was nice to read. Like I do enjoy reading when it's like I can kind of relate to it a little bit.
Where are we? Mark 3. Try again.
Coach Mini, what do you think? Do you think PRX win the whole event? Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
We'll catch them.
Taken out 3.
Bring them down.
Does it count? Would it count as my 3rd trophy? if they won, would it count? Do I join the Chronicle Club? I don't think it counts, to be honest with you. I think I would pretend it counts, but I don't think it would count. You guys can count it. You guys can count it. I don't think it counts. It doesn't feel the same. Like I think it almost like I think it would almost like reduce what I did for Fnatic, because like I very much don't do that much work for PRX. So I don't think it really counts. If you like Anders, right? No, Anders did a lot more work. I think Anders did a lot more work. Anders did a lot more work for us.
My ult is ready.
But I do think that some of the insights I give just don't require as much work. It's just a very... Like, their style is so different that, like, some of the input I give doesn't require me to do a lot of work. It's just like...
I'll find you. Marked 1.
Whereas Anders would fucking grind, man. That guy would grind. Very smart. The level of detail that Anders was giving us for Fnatic is a lot... is probably more in depth than the stuff that I got to get PRX. No, Anders isn't in Toronto now. I don't think I'm gonna VOD review tomorrow, guys. I don't think I can, because if I VOD review teams now, I'm like just essentially VOD reviewing people that PRX might have to play. And I do have to prepare for my holiday, and I prepare for GC Desk. So I think I might just co-stream GC tomorrow, so I understand how it all works and understand what's going on. So a chance of Demon 1 comeback. I wouldn't put it off the tables, but it's going to be very difficult. Very difficult.
Match found.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've done a good job. I just don't think that yeah, I don't know. Like yeah, I don't know, spin it. Anyway, we're track by track here. We're not thinking about that. We're track by track. We got Wolves next. Track by track. None of this thinking about the future. Hello, Simply. I bring calmness to the chaos. I don't know if that's true. I think the boys... I've not had a single discussion with the boys about... Well, I've had a couple of like notes about like when to play more calmly. But I've not like said anything to the boys about trying to change the way they play. So you have to give Alex a lot of credit there. Like if you think that they're playing less aggressively and more calm in situations, then that's a lot of Alex probably. Or even just the boys. That the system for PRX is very democratic, right? They're all involved. For Fnatic, it was like a top-down, right? It was like a lot of the leaders telling the players like how we should play. It's a bit more shared in PRX.
That's not ready.
I'll find you.
You're not in the grand finals yet, guys. Oh. Where's the peekers? We have a clove smoking me off. Fantastic. When you are a coach, which replacement you feel satisfied in Masters? Depended on my team. Depended on my team. Obviously, I wouldn't have taken anything lower than like probably Grand Finals with the 2023 team. Top 4 is basically like the minimum for that 2023 team, I think. It was like the skill floor. Like that was the conversation I had with Colin, was like I think that like we should be making Grand Finals, but like top 4 is like the worst, you know. With the previous Fnatic teams, I think like pushing for top 4 was a success. I feel like with the others, the previous Fnatic rosters, and we didn't get top 4 that many times. We did it twice, I think.
Time to jump.
Reloading. Reloading.
Which roster move when you coach Fnatic someone that you're really happy with? The best one. I think if Durka and Magnum didn't join our team when they did, our team, I probably wouldn't have coached Fnatic for much longer. Like, I think if Durka and Magnum didn't join our team, I think that my career would be very different right now. Like, very different. So I have to probably say those two players. Shorty Alpha joining? I mean, Alpha was a huge pickup. It didn't. Alpha joining didn't change the trajectory of my career like Durka and Magnum joining. And that's nothing against Alpha. He was a phenomenal. Like he was. I think in terms of like an actual pickup, like that's probably like the best example of us taking a risk on a tier 2 player. And teams are still. They're still, like, honestly, they're still low. There's not quite alpha years out there right now, but there are people very close, and people don't realize it. It's crazy. Durka was that impactful? Yes.
Where are you?
Operation Colombo. The books I'm going to read when I'm on holiday is a book called, Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, and then I'm gonna read a book called what is it?
The hunt begins.
It's not what you think it is, but it's a book called Stoner. Stoner is the name of the guy. It's not about stoners like Fear and Loathing. It's apparently a bit of an underrated one. I don't know anything about it. I'm just gonna go and dry. What kind of books do I like usually? I usually like non-fiction. My favorite books of all time are They're by a guy called David Foster Wallace, who used to write essays for like, he'd write essays for like magazines and stuff, or like journals. Very interesting stuff. Some of it academic bullshit, some of it like the first essay he writes in one of the books is just about him going to the porn awards, you know? So he's just at this random place in Las Vegas, just like talking about the porn awards, and it's really funny.
It's you and me.
It's a little bit like Hunter S. Thompson in the sense that he's just like a little bit gonzo journalist, a little bit. So I usually like non-fiction, and I don't usually like fiction, but I'm trying to get into it more. I'm trying to force myself to read more fiction. So there's a lot of questions. I don't think SEN adjusted badly to the Wolves. Not really. Maybe they could have been more aware. I don't think it was like the reason they lost though. Which ones of the lower bracket teams has the highest chance to win Masters? If G2's maps look like the maps they played versus XLG, rather than the maps they played versus PRX, i.e. the compositions on the maps, G2 probably have the best chance. But if they've rounded out their compositions with more stuff like against PRX, then probably not them. Gen.G are probably still very good. Why do I think SEN lost? I think that PRX are a better split team, and Sentinels couldn't deal with the aggression that PRX had on split. I think that on Sunset,
Match found.
I am not sure. I wasn't really watching like specifically too much. Like I was watching more just PRX. It felt like PRX should have won that easier though, to be honest with you. So I'm not really too sure what they did wrong. I think Celsius maybe could have lurked more. What do you count the run from Wolves to? I have no idea. I have not watched them much. I watched one game of them, and it was against Sentinels. And I was mostly watching Sentinels because I wasn't a believer in Wolves yet. So I would watch Wolves, but on stream to like figure it out, but I can't because now they play PRX. Why do you think SEN looks so bad today? I think that they were playing maps that PRX are very good on, and they just got beat by the better team, to be honest with you. Judging from players like Alpha back in 2022, Patman, Juicy, and others, how hard is it to develop a potential player like them? I wouldn't say it's about developing them. I think that the way I see it is like, very rarely do I try and pick up a player because I want to develop them. It's because I think they're fucking sick, and then I want to work with them. The problem with rookie players is that you do need to like obviously develop them a little bit and like show them the correct path. But they have all the skill there already. Like Patman has the skill. For Alpha, like Alpha probably has like his raw mechanical ability is probably like a bit higher, whereas Patman's like utility usage is a bit higher probably. But the main difference between Alpha and Pat, I think, is that like Alpha's far more. Pat has a bit more of This is what Victoria was telling me, and Alex was telling me, that like in Southeast Asian culture, like it's a bit like parents kind of like make people a little bit more confident, maybe. Because they're like expected to be the best all the time, and it like has like a specific shift on people's mental. Whereas Alpha's like the opposite of when I first interacted with Pat, like Alpha's the opposite. Alpha's like full like I don't give a fuck mode, you know what I mean? I do think there's probably moments where Alpha probably gets a bit emotional and probably isn't able to like reflect on it as well because he's such a Giga Chad most of the time. he is very aware of his emotions though. Like he is like he is a social guy, you know what I mean? He's aware. But yeah, for Alpha, it's like I could tell Alpha he's a fucking moron, you know what I mean? I could be like, if Alpha came to stream right now and I was like, bro, you played fucking terrible, he'd probably laugh, you know what I mean? He's not gonna take it too harshly. Whereas if with some players, like if I said that like, oh, you made a mistake there, bro, they'd be like a bit, you know, frazzled by that, you know? Do you think PRX 5 retake is a little hard? What do you mean? What does that mean? How does the T1 team scout rookie players like PRX find Patman? For me, it's just a lot of stats. Look at stats. You look like the way that Colin I think described it with my process with him was that like stats get you in the door, they get you the trial, and then everything else is what confirms you as like a Fnatic player basically. Obviously, if your stats are ludicrous, then we're gonna give you more of a chance. Do you think Jason's good IGL right now? Honestly, I don't know. I didn't realize is he going with that now? Is he? I think I didn't know he was the IGL. I've not listened to their comms recently. I should watch some of their comms videos, right? Maybe we should watch some of that.
Reloading. I'll find you.
My ult ready.
I don't think they really like have an IGL. I can see why Lish should be good though. Like I think that Jason has qualities that would be good, but I think that Lish is the most like. Yeah, I could see Lish. It's it's not down to me to talk about that stuff though. Like.
Where are you? Bring them. Mark 2.
Predictions for SEN versus Fnatic. What does Sentinels usually ban? What does Sentinels usually ban? 7 map pool. So what did they ban today? Was it Lotus?
Still waiting. Doing a thing.
Icebox. I could see them banning Icebox.
It's you and me.
I could see them banning Icebox. It depends, really. If they think that Fnatic's Ascent was good. But I don't know if they will think that Fnatic will pick Ascent. Do you think that Fnatic picks Ascent? I'm not sure. Is the Sage comp good? What Sage comp? The Icebox Sage comps? Or Sunset we're talking about? I don't know. Yeah, Royce. Yeah, I mean, I know that JJ and Ilya do like everyone on the team is capable of making calls. Is the way I would describe it. Yeah, I think that Icebox Sage is very good. Icebox Sage, I fucking love Sage on Icebox. People, it's fucking good, man.
Enough training.
I think G2 and Fnatic got the best comps on that map. Look at. What the fuck? It's funny. Ooh. Okay, one more TDM, and then I'm gonna go raid someone because I need to go eat food, and I want to relax a little bit. It's been a busy day for me. I'll need to yeah. So I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. I think I'm gonna give myself a break. I need to do notes for PRX. I need to prepare for GC. Go to the gym.
Match found.
Make sure I hacked from my holiday. Yeah.
Enough training. It's time.
Prepare for GC. I'm doing desk on Wednesday. I'm doing an analyst desk on Wednesday. Will we get a watching PRX comm stream? Maybe I'll do that after when I come back from holiday. I could do just a stream where I'm literally just watching PRX content. Because I've not really been keeping up. SEN versus Fnatic, who we got? Wait, I can keep all this stuff up, isn't it? Jesus, they're a heavy underdog. Bro, Fnatic with the matchups, man, they gotta play Sentinels after Gen G. Like Sentinels last time Gen G beat Fnatic, and now last time Sentinels beat Fnatic. Bro, having the permaban pro against Sentinels is such a fucking godsend for them.
Gotta go. Reloading.
Let's begin.
Gotta go. Yeah.
Sentinels win Sunset. Sentinels should win Sunset. Fnatic will probably win Split. If they pick Split. I think it goes to third map. I think Fnatic are a little bit more in control of the veto. Just a little bit. So 2-1 Fnatic would be my prediction, but it could very easily be 2-1 the other way around. SEN are not great at Ascent though, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I agree that, like, I have not watched Fnatic's Ascent, but from what I was told about it, it seems like it's not as good as what people may suspect.
Still in sight.
Do you have somewhere where you post all your VOD reviews? Yes, YouTube. If you go to my YouTube,
Reloading.
where can...
Reloading.
Will I find myself? Probably not. Go to my YouTube, and then go to live, and then you see all my VOD reviews here.
Reloading. My ult ready. Four dead. One down.
Ten seconds until stage change.
Coming through.
Oh shit.
Stage 3.
Who else?
I changed my sense, it's lower. I feel like I'm better. I feel like I'm a bit better. As I say that, I'm about to. Was Mini live when I did the interview? No. Basically, I was gonna go live, but like the game finished so quickly with the Wolves game. And then it took me like 15 minutes of like tech issues to try and get on the interview. And then the interview was kind of filled with tech issues too. That's why I sounded a bit drunk. So I wasn't live during that. I wanted to be though. I was trying to get live before it happened. I couldn't join VMix with OBS on anyway, so I don't think I would have been able to. Title change? That's fine. I'm about to finish anyway. About to finish. My predictions for the PRX games are always that I predict PRX to lose, and then they'll win anyway. So Wolves should win 2-1, but PRX will win.
Target down.
The hunt begins.
Do I play comp? Yeah. I think I'm like Immortal 2 right now. When I grind, I'm Immortal 3. I would love to try and get Radiant this year, but I don't think I will. I think I'm too busy.
Fall. Got 3.
Got one.
Can you shortly explain Wolves gameplay? I can't know. I haven't watched them yet. I've already reviewed one of their games, but I was watching Sentinels.
Try again.
Fuck. I do not want to do a Wolves VOD review now, because we're about to play them, so I don't really want to VOD review their gameplay. Oh, that's a bad spray.
Stand aside.
Take this. Satchel out.
Satchel out.
10 kills remaining.
Got 3. Breaking them.
Back up.
G2 versus Genji, who you got? I got a back G2. It's gonna be a good game. That's a banger though. That's a fucking banging game.
Boom.
I don't know what the map pool is. Map pool is a very big reason why, like the map veto is always a very big factor in heads-up games, like in predicting games. And it really depends on the map pool matchup. Anyway. I'm done. Who should I raid, guys? Thank you all for joining and raiding and staying with me and talking nonsense. Who should I raid? Should I raid Sadak? Sadak streaming? I think I'll raid Sadak. Does he speak in Portuguese the entire stream now? He's Portuguese. He's speaking Portuguese though. Is there any English-speaking people I can? Noya? Is that a consolation prize? Because they're both. Noya, okay. I'll raid Noya. He switches back and forth. Let's raid Sadak then, because I like Sadak, and I mean I like Noya too, but like I have not spoken to Sadak for a while, and I talked to him and Amir quite a bit. So I'll raid Sadak. me and him did a desk together, and I think it was a really good desk, and I enjoy Sadak. So I'm gonna go read Sadak. I'm probably not gonna be around tomorrow. Probably not. I might co-stream some GC maybe in the evening because I need to get ready to do GC the next day. Possibly around the next day, but I'm gonna be working the next day GC. So I'm gonna raid Sadak. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Enjoy Toronto. Catch you guys in a bit. Thanks for being around today.
Nossa, Lebes, aceita, rei.